Pittsburgh. W261AX, Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
9 degrees, cloudy skies at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The Seahawks' dark side defense smothered the Patriots' offense on the way to a 29-13 Super Bowl win. Seattle coach Mike McDonald says AFC champion New England didn't make life easy.
We respected our opponent. They're a heck of an opponent, but we're really happy for our guys and the 12s in our community. Can't wait to bring the trophy back home.
A good number of Super Bowl viewers opted not to watch the halftime show with Bad Bunny. More than 5 million viewers live streamed Turning Point USA's All-American halftime show headlined by Kid Rock. As you just heard Marty Griffin mention, 123 million people watched the actual halftime show. A one-day warm-up in tomorrow's forecast with a high in the upper 40s. Tim Cermak with the National Weather Service says it'll feel downright balmy.
And we might see a little bit of rain and snow mix with those warmer temps, especially late in the day Tuesday. But I'll tell you what, those low to mid-30s will probably feel real nice with how the last couple of weeks have gone.
Cermak says Wednesday will bring a return to temperatures around freezing for the rest of the week. As the investigation into the apparent kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie continues, Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, with her sister and brother by her side, addressed potential kidnappers in an Instagram video.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
The FBI is reviewing a message sent to a Tucson TV station. Multiple ransom letters have been received, but their credibility is unclear. Pittsburgh police are investigating a deadly shooting Sunday afternoon in Greenfield. Officers were sent to an apartment complex on the 700 block of Montclair Street a few minutes before 2 p.m. for a domestic dispute. Police say a woman, 26-year-old Charlie Martin, was dead. They found a man in a bedroom who resisted as officers tried to arrest him. He was taken to a hospital in stable condition. The reason is unknown, and investigators say they found multiple shell casings at the scene. There was difficult news for parishioners this weekend. 7 Catholic churches in one Pittsburgh area parish are closing next month. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
The Diocese of Pittsburgh says declining mass attendance and rising financial pressures are driving the closure of 7 churches in the St. Joseph the Worker parish. Church leaders announced the decision in a letter from Bishop Mark Ekman read during weekend services. The parish, made up of 8 churches spread across several eastern suburbs, was formed through a merger in 2020. Beginning March 12th, St. Maurice Church in Forest Hills will be the sole church building to remain open as the diocese continues broader restructuring efforts underway since 2021. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 162 points at 49,971. The NASDAQ is down about 1 point, and the S&P is down 6. KDKA Sports, the Pirates and designated hitter Marcell Ozuna have agreed to a one-year deal worth $12 million. Ozuna is a 3-time All-Star who played 6 years with the Braves, hitting 79 homers. This afternoon on KDKA Radio, it's the high school basketball playoff selection show. Listen at 2 p.m. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 10:04. Time to call One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for the best affordable health insurance plan tailored to your needs. 9 degrees, cloudy skies in Pittsburgh with AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Been 30, time would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional event on March 25th and 26th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, Northeast Maryland, and North Franklin, Connecticut, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. What's up, Ellie?
Good morning, Marty. The emergency crews are still with the accident on I-79 northbound near Coriopolis, McKees Rocks. This is south of exit 64, and we have a lane restriction. Traffic looks like it is at a standstill and back before Forest Grove Road, so try to avoid this area if at all possible. Over on the inbound side of the Parkway East, I'm not showing any delays as you make your way past Forest Hills to the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. And over on the Parkway West, delays begin as you head down Green Tree Hill. The inbound side of Route 28 has no delays for you, and the same with the Parkway North. That is clear through the East Street Valley approaching the Veterans Bridge. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
For the rest of today, sunshine will fade beyond increasing clouds, and it won't be so cold. High near 30. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 22. Tomorrow, clouds and limited sun, breezy and milder in the afternoon with a stray shower, high 48. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? There's only one clear choice, the Power of Bowser family of dealerships, featuring Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Hyundai, Subaru, Nissan, and Genesis. With 3 locations across the Pittsburgh area, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle at Bowser. The Power of Bowser puts the power in your hands at powerofbowser.com. Shop the Bowser Express Store and choose your vehicle, payment, and financing options. Value your trade and even schedule pickup of your new ride, all at powerofbowser.com. The Bowser family of dealerships in 3 locations, Pleasant Hills, Monroeville, and Chippewa. Visit powerofbowser.com today. The Power of Bowser family of dealerships, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Bop, bop, bop. For those who say no one cares about Bad Bunny, and I got a big story to get to, but I want to mention these numbers. It's insane. My man. 1 year, 20 billion with a B streams. 1 year, 20 billion. You want to know why they booked him for halftime? They don't give a damn whether your old ass listened or not. They don't give a damn whether my old ass listened. Old white guys don't count. Just saying. Yesterday's halftime show. Bad Bunny, I don't give a damn about Kid Rock trying to lip sync some lame ass song. 135 million. By far, not even close, the largest halftime audience in the history of civilization. How about that? Kind of cool. I don't care whether you like him or not. He doesn't care whether we like him or not. He the man. Big time player. Now to something that matters. Got probably the coolest call I've had since my daughters both called and said they made 4-0s at Pitt. Yeah, I'm dropping that. Came from one of my closest friends, my brother, Mark Sorreo. A true warrior, a true patriot, a true family man who gives a damn about the people who work for him. This story had twisted and turned that Mark's a liar, that Mark is woke, that Mark is MAGA. How the hell can you be woke and MAGA at the same time? MAGA woke. But he persisted and fought and got Jose Flores, his employee, out of ICE prison. In fact, Mark is there right now at immigration. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, Marty. Good. How are you?
Damn. Hell of a weekend, brother.
It's been a great weekend.
Tell us how it went down. This is crazy.
So, the attorney that we're using, who's been an immigration attorney in Pittsburgh for 30 years, I believe he's a very smart guy. didn't really give me very much confidence that we were going to be able to keep Jose from being deported, just because of what's going on today. And so every time I talk to him, our conversation would end with, he's probably going to get deported, and I would say, well, I'm praying for a miracle, and I believe in miracles. And so that happened on Saturday, and so on Saturday I worked from 3 in the morning until around 12:30. I went home to take a nap. My wife came and woke me up an hour later, and she said, Mark, the attorney called your phone 20 times, and so she said, now he called the bakery. So she was at the bakery. She came to let me know. So I called him, and I was so irritated because I thought he was calling to tell me he was getting deported. So I was, he said, hey, I said, hey, Pete, what's up? And he said, well, you got your miracle. And I'm like, what? Wow. He said, yeah, your boy got released. And I'm like, when? And he said, right now. And I said, well, how do we get him? And he goes, well, you have to get somebody to go get him. I'm like, I'll go right now. So it was a 3-hour drive to Little Paso Du Bois, almost like a movie. I got up there. It snowed the whole way. Wow. I got up there, and it's this gigantic penitentiary with it looked like 100 miles of barbed wire fence around it. Wow. And the guard was so nice to me. He asked me for Jose's number. I gave it to him. They opened the gate. I went in. And then an SUV pulls up to me. He said, an SUV is going to come up to you. It's white. It says Homeland Security, and he's going to tell you to follow him. I go and wait in this parking lot. The SUV pulls up. Which is when it's on. He goes, follow me. So I follow him to this gigantic gate, and the electric gate opens, and Jose comes walking out, and we hugged and cried for 5 minutes.
Wow.
It was an unbelievable experience. So
wow.
Then, yeah, and we drove home, and it's hard because we can't really communicate. He's taking English classes, and I'm taking Spanish classes, or I'm reading Spanish books. How to speak English, speak Spanish, but it's important for him to learn English.
Hell yeah.
So we kind of communicate through our iPhone's translator, but he was sad, but so excited. He was so happy, but you could just tell he's been through a lot. And
man. Come
so
on,
I
man.
asked him,
how the hell did you pull this off? Come on, man.
Well, actually, you pulled it off.
Well,
I don't, the attorney did not believe this was going to be possible, but right. I think, obviously you made the calls to, to some, I talked to Senator Jay Costa, who he actually called me when I was on my way up there just to see how I was, and I didn't tell anybody because I wanted Jose in my car before anybody knew.
He didn't have the juice in this. This is the congressional leaders, DeLuzio, and as a matter of fact, he might be Republican, but my man stepped up big time, McCormick. He just did.
McCormick. Oh yeah, I know. And and I mean the attorney insisted that we had Republican and Democrat pulling for him. Right. And but I really do believe McCormick pulled the strings. But I think everyone together worked together to really pull this off. So I couldn't be more happy. I believe it's a miracle that he's with me today. We're at the ICE office right now.
Yeah. Explain to me what's up right now. What are you doing there right now at the ICE office?
So he's getting put into the system because I guess when they detain them, they take them out of the system, and now he has to get so like he was already going every 3 months to the immigration office just to check in and answer questions, I guess. And so we've been here since 8 o'clock. His appointment was for 8. And I just went over to the lady and told her I had a meeting at 10 o'clock. And she said, well, you can leave. And I said, I really don't want to leave him. And she said, I know you don't trust us, but I promise you, this is just a standard thing. He's going to get his paperwork and he's going to be on his way. And I promise you'll be leaving with him. I'm like, all right.
Hold on. Listen to this. So, what do you think of jagoffs like this?
Jose Flores, a 47-year-old loving father, caring husband who was kidnapped by ICE a few days ago, has been released now thanks to the efforts of the owner of the Oakmont Bakery. The same owner that promoted a conservative vibe his entire life. I know them from living here my entire life. I can tell you they are Republicans.
Do you know that jagoff? That's loudmouth Arian Vecchio's loudmouth son who went to prison for theft. Do you know that jagoff?
No, I don't know. I think my son does. I know Erin well, and I absolutely love her.
Yes,
I think
I
her and her husband are
I've
the
always
greatest
loved her.
people.
Because she gives a damn. But her
Yeah.
son's a jag-off.
But you know what? It's so crazy. Nobody except for my family knows whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat.
on.
You can guess all you want,
Right.
but there's no way that you know who I voted for. So saying stuff like that, it just proves that you're spreading misinformation.
But how the hell?
It's wrong.
How the hell are these idiots? Him and that other chick, and I call her a chick because she's putting her makeup on while she made the video. How do they think they're going to punish you by suggesting that you're a MAGA Republican? What are they trying to accomplish?
I don't even believe it. I think it's clickbait. They're just using our name to get more hits. But I'll tell you the worst thing that I read so far. I haven't even told my kids this yet. But yesterday we saw on Facebook, I'm going to rape Mark's daughter with a razor blade.
No.
Stuff like that will not be let go. I will find out. I'll find out who, and my attorney's already on that. I'm not playing games like that.
Jesus.
This is none of this stuff. It doesn't make sense. Like the people that are saying I turned Jose in, you're an idiot if you believe that. You're an absolute idiot. I have spent more time and my own money on trying to help these people than why would I? It's all I read one post where a lady wrote that Mark is like the nurse who suffocates her patient and then brings her back to life so he can be a hero. Yeah, I don't want to be a hero. I didn't even want to publicize this. The only reason I did was because we were bullied into it by a bunch of people that just want to be famous that probably didn't give $3 to help anybody in their life. That's how I feel about it.
They said that about your daughter?
You know what? Yeah.
Damn, Mark.
Yeah, it was on a Facebook post, and we're trying to find out where it came from.
Well, you want me to get the feds or the cops?
How
I'll
evil.
do anything to help you track that idiot down.
Yeah, we'll definitely find out who wrote that. I thought Tony sent you that.
No, man, I need that. That is disgusting and vile. Yeah. What you did was heroic, and you were my man. You were my man. And anything I could do to help you, I'm all in.
It's so interesting, but this guy is so much like my family. I could go on forever about it, but his family came to this country the same way my grandfathers came here. They called them ditch diggers and wops and whatever they want, And I remember my dad and my grandfathers talking about they didn't really care what they were called or what they had to do in order to be a part of this great country. And that is the American dream, is being a part of a country that the opportunities are endless, So, but I also believe in legal immigration 100%. I believe in doing things the right way, and so I just feel like this whole process. I'm really praying that this all turns out really, really well, really great in the end. But I'm just so thankful for everyone that helped out this weekend. More than grateful, and so is Jose. Jose said, "How can I thank all these people?" And I said, "Get your citizenship."
and hold on. You gave him off yesterday. My man wanted to come to work.
Yeah. He said, "I can't be off. I need to get my life back to normal."
Mark, it was my pleasure to
he worked.
Yell and scream at people and get this done with you, man. I love you, man. You're my man.
Yeah, thanks so much, Marty. Like I said, without you, I don't think we would be where we are, so really appreciate it.
My brother. Stay in touch, my man.
All right. Thanks so much.
He's my man. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Marty, emergency crews are still with the accident on I-79 northbound near Coriopolis, McKees Rocks. This is south of exit 64, and we have a right lane restriction. Traffic looks like it is slowly moving, but it is backed up before Forest Grove Road. So try to avoid this area if you can. Over on the inbound side of the Parkway East, that is slow but steady as you head into the Squirrel tunnels. Outbound shows no delays from Technology Drive past Homestead. And over on the Parkway West, that is looking good for you if you are heading down Banksville, approaching the Fort Pitt Tunnel. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Time now for a Black History Month Spotlight.
Today we honor Hazel Garland, a trailblazer who documented the lived experiences of Black residents in Pittsburgh's Hill District and helped shape how Black history is remembered. In 1955, she became the first African-American journalist to write a regular television column, which went on to become one of the longest-running television columns in newspaper history. Nearly 2 decades later, in 1974, Garland made history again when she was appointed editor-in-chief of the New Pittsburgh Courier, becoming the first Black woman to lead a nationally circulated newspaper.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
So I went to high school with Bob Tootie. With Tootie Mechanical. Since I've known him, they've put 400 furnaces in homes, free furnaces. We're about to do that again. We'll put 20 in homes in one day. It's magnificent. You see folks cry. They change lives. This company gets it. Tootie Mechanical. 400 furnaces. Amazing, amazing. Tootie Mechanical. 412-771-4100. Love them.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
When it's time to replace your appliances, Lowe's has you covered. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. And members get more like free delivery, haul away, basic installation and parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select major appliances. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 2/25 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Florida. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Medicare can be a maze, but it doesn't have to be. I'm Lisa Lauro with Secure Money Health, and I wrote the Ultimate Medicare book to guide you through every step. I've helped many people understand their Medicare benefits, and I would love to help you too. Learn the strategies that make Medicare manageable and ensure you're making the best choices for your health and finances. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com and grab your complimentary copy today. That's MedicareBookOffer.com.
Ready to tackle your junk piles? Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your cleanout the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service. Clear your space and contribute to a greener planet.
UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I don't mind expert opinion. I don't mind professional opinion. I hate the Jagoffs. I've always actually liked Erin Vecchio. She's a loudmouth, like I am. She gets stuff done, like I do. She wears hot red lipstick, like I don't. She gets in your face to make a difference. I love it. Her son is a jagoff and a convicted felon. Who the hell gives him the right to go after the Sorreo family? Somehow he thinks it's his right. This is live on social.
My entire life, I can tell you they are Republicans, hosted the Trump family down here, along with Democrats too, they'll tell you, but they're Republicans, okay? When they went to pick up Jose, who they never would have got unless they had enormous amount of political pull and they were famous, Jose was going to be deported, even though he never had so much as a parking ticket. The people that own the bakery had the balls to thank ICE. And when I spoke to them in private, told me that they fully support ICE. Even now, after all this happened, the people that own the bakery still fully support ICE.
He's a jagoff, and misinformed, and ignorant, and a felon, and a loudmouth. The danger of where we're at today. He's younger, and the young people latch on to him, and somehow he's trying to make Sorreo, this heroic figure, a bad guy. Sasha.
Hey, how you doing today?
What's up?
I can't complain. What's the good word today, brother?
Waiting on you, man.
Hey, yeah, I'm calling in about two things. The Bad Bunny halftime show. It was a great show.
Let's do it some other time, man. I apologize. Bad timing, my man. Call back after 11.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, it's Brian Quaranta, host of On the Money, every Saturday morning, 8 to 9 a.m. on KDKA Radio. Retirement planning doesn't have to be stressful. Each week on our radio show, On the Money, I'll guide you through topics like building retirement income plan, minimizing taxes, and protecting your hard-earned savings. Join me this Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. on KDKA Radio. Let's make your retirement plan as simple and stress-free as possible. That's On the Money, where retirement planning meets peace of mind.
Hey, folks, Marty here. My friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. Listen to this. Stephanie from Murraysville used NASCO for minor roof repairs. Storm hits, substantial damage. She calls NASCO. NASCO worked with Stephanie's insurance company, installed a beautiful brand new roof. NASCO has satisfied thousands like Stephanie. Get NASCO up on the roof. Call NASCO 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
9 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. It's 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Seattle has won a second Super Bowl, 29-13 over New England, winning quarterback Sam Darnold.
It's special. And again, like I always say, it's
this group is why it's special. You know, the connection that all of us have as players, the love that we have for each other.
The Seahawks defense sacked Patriots quarterback Drake May 6 times, and Seattle's Jason Meyer set a Super Bowl record by making all 5 of his field goal tries. Advocates looking to make this day after the Super Bowl some type of national holiday have some new facts to back up their case. Survey from workforce management platform UKG finds more than 26 million Americans plan to miss work today. That surpasses last year's survey total. That was 22.6 million. In a video released over the weekend, Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie said she and her 2 siblings are willing to pay for the safe return of their mother, Nancy. Authorities believe she was abducted from her Tucson, Arizona home. The latest video from the Guthrie children comes after authorities said they were aware of a new message regarding their mother's disappearance. This is a Code Orange Air Quality Action Day in the Liberty-Clairton area, including Glassport, Lincoln, and Portview. A strong temperature inversion will trap pollutants for a good part of the day. Young children, the elderly, those with respiratory problems should limit outdoor activities. On Wall Street, the Dow is now up 11 points at 50,127. The NASDAQ is up 93, and the S&P is up 15 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:31. Our next update at 11. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by LendSeek.
Your digital footprint will live on long after you depart this mortal coil. Tech expert Paul Hochman says the plan for your afterlife online should start with an inventory.
What do you have out there? Crypto, passwords to your financial, to your savings, and so forth.
A digital executor can take all of your passwords and then shut down your social media accounts, which can be an attractive target to hackers.
So the longer you leave it up, the more you leave yourself open.
I'm Rob Hart.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878.
At AHN, we see you juggling 100 things at once. That's why we made it easier to book with the doctors you need. With AHN online scheduling, you can book with your primary care provider or get time with a specialist. Visit ahn.org/schedule, answer a couple of simple questions, and search for providers, locations, and times that work best for you. Easy online scheduling. Because at AHN, we see you.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Marty, emergency crews are still with the accident on the S-bend of I-79 northbound near Coriopolis, McKees Rocks. This is south of exit 64, and we have a right lane restriction. Traffic looks like it is slowly moving and backed before Forest Grove Road, so try to avoid this area if you can. Over on the Parkway West inbound side, it is clear from Carnegie down Parkway Center to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Outbound is looking good if you're headed to Pittsburgh International. Over on the Parkway East, that has no backups as you head into the Squirrel Hill tunnels. 28 also looks good, and looking at those PennDOT cameras on the Parkway North inbound, it is all clear. Continuing across the Veterans Bridge, but those HOV lanes are now closed on the inbound side. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine will give way to increasing clouds this afternoon with a high near 30. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 22. Clouds and a few intervals of sun tomorrow. There could be an afternoon shower. It'll become breezy and milder, high 48. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Back today. An hour later, though. WPL playoff pairings, they're announced at 2. I'll catch you at 3. Colin Dunlap, 3 to 6 today after the big game.
The white guy outrage, the old white guy outrage over bad money irritates the crap out of me. Come on, man. Get a life. Go in the bathroom and scratch yourself while he's playing if you don't like it. People irritate the hell out of me, man. Of all the stuff going on in our world, and Mark Sorreo gave me a couple examples. 2 things said about his daughter on social media. 1, I want to rape Mark's daughter with a razor blade. I'm going to hire people to find that guy. I am. I promise you. And number 2, the woman who said Mark is like that nurse who killed her patients and then wants to bring him back to life, that's just ignorant. I tell you what, they need to be punished. And Patrick knows this, because we reached 30 million people last month, there's, I'd say less than 1%, a handful of people hate me. We've had death threats and stuff like that. Somebody made a comment like that about my daughter, Chloe. I found him. I found his employer. And I passed it along to his employer so he could fire him, and he did. You know what I say? F him. There's a line, man. And when you write, I want to rape Mark Sorreo's daughter with a razor blade, you cross the friggin' line. You don't have the cojones to do what Mark Sorreo did. He's a badass. He's a heroic American figure. And whether he wants to admit his role or not, Dave McCormick, our senator, is a friggin' rock star. Period. End of story. Brother Anthony. Morning, sir. Go ahead. Anthony. I don't know what happened. Always have Anthony. Something happened. Call back, please. Gary, go ahead.
Can you hear me, Marty?
Yeah, I got you.
You're a hero, and so is Mark.
Mm-hmm.
God bless him and his family.
Love him. Love him. It's my man.
Forever.
Love him.
If I may, would you allow me to go back in my history?
It depends how long you want to take, sir. But I love you. I love your voice.
Well,
It sounds like you're very emotional.
I'm 85.
Uh-huh.
I came to this country in 1955 at 15.
Nice.
1962, I got my citizenship. 1964, my dad and I were kidding around because they drafted me. 6 months later, And I told him, I said, I don't know where I'm going, Dad. You know, it's no big deal. I'm not going to Canada. I'm a Yankee now.
What country did you come from? Where did you come from?
Holland.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Go ahead.
The Netherlands.
Love it.
6 months later, I was ready to go to Nam. I was there 18 months. I lost my dad and a brother.
No.
At the same time, on the Mekong. I flew home, and because I was discharged, I was the oldest one in the family. I only had one brother left. I flew home 7,200 miles. We had a layover in Clark Air Force Base, which is in Hawaii. We finally got to Travis, and I was from California. And no one paid any attention to me, not a single person, until I got home. And all the time I'm thinking, see this uniform? This belongs to me. This belongs to my country. Wow. And I buried my dad. Oh. I went on a self-destruct thing where I almost killed myself, being guilty of the guys that are getting killed over there. And I'm okay. A friend of mine saved me, literally. You know.
So why is this Sorreo story seem to touch a nerve with you, sir? Why?
It was overwhelming. I didn't think as a human being I could handle that. Losing my dad and my brother at the same time.
So why is the Mark Sorreo story so significant, sir?
Because, like you, I don't think in a box. I don't have a box.
Right on,
I can go far left. I can go far right.
I'm the same way.
To understand.
Love this man.
To come to the center.
Right on.
And have enough rebuttal and perseverance and courage.
Find a winner.
To do the things that are right for this country.
Damn straight. I love you, man. That's exactly why we do it. That's exactly why we do it. To make a damn difference. Do the right thing for this country. My brother Anthony. Sorry, man, we got your back?
Well, yeah. How do you follow up something like that? You know, the gentleman, 80-something years old, and he's still focused on the current events. Marty, these clowns who are attacking Mark are the same ones who 2 years ago were out. They were all Palestinians, and they were standing up for the Palestine and attacking Jews. Right. It's a cause celeb. They have nothing to do in their lives. Apparently, they don't work. AI has all replaced them, I guess. I don't understand it. But I do know this. This is why Malcolm X told us youth many years ago, beware of the limousine liberal. You see what's going on in these liberal cities where you have these so-called progressives who are attacking black and black women who happen to work for ICE or the Border Patrol, calling them the so-called N-word.
I'd like to shoot someone with a water hose that does that, saying about black women. It's disgusting.
It's phony, though.
Use the same tools on them that were used on black women in the civil rights era. Go ahead.
Yeah, but see, but they're supposed to be the progressives, right? They're supposed to be so inclusive. But as soon as black folks aren't getting a part of this, because we're smart enough to know that immigration is a part of the federal government. And it happens under all presidents. So the problem was Biden ignored the border. He didn't follow the law and had people who were unvetted and it just invaded the country.
And here we are.
So someone had to clean it up.
Hey, what do we do? What do you do with a man that says, I want to rape Mark Sorreo's daughter with a razor blade?
Well, that's a threat, so he should be arrested.
Hell yeah.
Yes, he should be arrested. That's a terroristic threat.
We will find him.
Well, yes, you should. But don't blame them. Listen, they stood up for an employee. Now, there's a rat who turned this person in. But you know what, ICE?
That's true.
You have to investigate before you come in, get guns ablazing, and just snatch somebody.
Now, let me say this.
Find
I
out
know
first.
you're intuitive enough to know this. Something's changed because Dave McCormick, Republican U.S. Senator, made this happen. I'm telling you. Now they don't want to admit it, but I'm telling you, something came from the big office. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course, but they can't keep cleaning this stuff up.
They can't.
If you go after the ones who shouldn't be, but a man who's applying for asylum, who's working hard, who's taking care of his family, he's loved in the community, you don't go snatch him out of work and make a scene like this. It's ridiculous.
My man, you were a Black Panther. You would never, ever stoop to a point of saying, I want to rape a man's daughter with a razor blade. This is dark, man.
I have scruples. I'm an intelligent human being, and I'm a human being who loves everyone. Of course, I wouldn't do anything disgusting like that, but that person needs to be in jail.
Right on. Fast. My brother always gets it. One of the smartest men I've ever known. Oh, man. From the PJ Fitzpatrick. Gary, by the way, your call was amazing. And I didn't cut you off. It's just you made your point. You made it beautifully, sir. I love you. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, my friend, what's up?
Marty, emergency crews are still with the truck rollover accident on northbound I-79, which is reduced to a single lane. Looks like the left lane is open, and this is just south of Route 51 at exit 64 at McKees Rocks. So traffic slows at Forest Grove Road. So use caution if you are headed in this area. And over on the Parkway West, inbound shows a slowdown as you near Parkway Center Drive, and it is slow as steady approaching the Fort Pitt Bridge. No issues on the Parkway North, but those HOV lanes are now closed on the inbound side. Over on Route 28 is smooth ride as you make your way from the Allegheny Valley past the Highland Park Bridge down to the north side. And over on the Parkway East, that is clear inbound and outbound heading into the Squirrel Hill Tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
A senior citizen sent me a note that they couldn't afford the nursing home they were in, and they were going to be charged exorbitant fees. Sent it to Julian Gray. He got in the middle of it, worked out a deal, got them into a better place. Julian Gray just set up an entire estate plan for myself and my entire family. They take care of your life right now and your estate right now. Julian Gray, grayelderlaw.com, 412-458-6000, the best.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Look, cancer is evil. I mean that. Lost my sis, Barb. I lost one of my best friends, Jeff. However, I got to say this. I'm alive. They saved my life at UPMC. And new data suggests that 70% of folks that get cancer live 5 years plus. It's a miracle. We got to have hope. We got to have faith in the doctors and the greatness and the kindness at UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
President's Day weekend is the biggest furniture and mattress event of the year at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Take 25% off the entire store. Save up to 60% on hot buys. Lazy Boy recliners start at $395. Sofas as low as $350. 60-month special financing with no money down. Plus the guaranteed lowest prices on top mattress brands for life. That's 25% off store-wide, up to 60% off hot buys, and 5 years financing. The President's Day sale, now at Levin Furniture and Mattress.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What I find really ignorant about the whole Oakmont Bakery saga, I don't give a rat's ass. If Mark's a Republican, what the hell does that have to do with it? Judge him on what he did, man. He did the right thing. How many of you would have done what he did? Huh? How many? He's an unbelievable man. I was sitting on the couch reading the Sunday paper, this is the truth, and he started calling my cell phone, called like 9 times. And I said to my wife, I guess I got to talk to Mark. And he was in tears because he fought his ass off to make a difference. What did you do? Oh, you posted on social media that you want to rape his daughter with a razor blade. Oh, you compared him to a nurse who suffocated and killed 10 patients. Oh, and you act like that you've got this gotcha moment by suggesting that he's a Republican because he made some damn cookies with Trump on them. Hey, man, I've ridden this train with Sorreo. He made all the cookies for all the candidates. Did he not, Patrick?
Absolutely.
In every election.
Every one. And, oh my gosh, more people bought one than the other.
Duh.
That makes him support that candidate. Come on.
Because Trump kicked her ass. And because Trump is a fabulous figure for people, and because they like the cookies. So screw off. This I got Mark Sorreo, he's a Republican crap. Irritates me to know him. As if, by the way, I got him, he's a Republican. Go away, man. Shoo fly. Meantime, I had to grab world's greatest plumber, Ken Baker, because a lot going on with this insane weather. Hey, brother, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, not so good. What happened? I mean, it's been crazy with the pipes. Tell me the text you got this morning. The text.
Yeah, so I go to work like I do every day. Now we're getting into the 3rd week of this, with the cold weather and everything. Trying to do my job, fix everybody else's plumbing, and I get a text from my wife saying, we've got an issue. We've got water pouring through the ceiling. So, after I work my 12 or 14-hour day job, now I'll go home and see what's going on at my house.
Hold on. This is your second leak, though. Second burst pipe.
Correct, yeah. The first one was a frozen pipe to the shower, and that was, I don't know, about a week ago or so, and now this one is coming through the ceiling. So I don't know if it's a frozen pipe or, what's going on till I actually look at it. But, yeah, even plumbers have issues, too.
Yeah, but with 25 below this morning in Katanning, by the way, and 9 degrees below at my house, it's been a disaster, hasn't it, for these scenarios, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's been nonstop. I mean, typically, you don't see stuff this long, this prolonged. But, I mean, I've seen frozen gas lines, frozen water lines, frozen drain lines. You know, nothing's out of the ordinary at this point. You know, you never know what you're going to see.
Have you been on an extraordinary number of calls?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're averaging probably 8 to 9 calls a day of frozen water lines or broken water lines, something to do with the weather. It's not, you know, and trying to, you know, get your normal customers to wait because you've got the emergencies, you know, that's the balancing act as well. You know, there's only so many people out there that can, you know, handle the emergencies.
And as you have suggested, as it warms up tomorrow, a lot of folks are going to get bad news when those pipes thaw, right?
Exactly. That's when you start to, you know, see the problems. I mean, when they're frozen right now, people don't realize it. You know, your outside hose bibs and stuff like that are frozen. But once it starts warming up, that's when it's going to, you know, thaw out, and then you're going to get the damage if you don't know about it, you know. So check all that stuff now, you know, see if you have water. And, you know, luckily, you know, hopefully you turned them off beforehand. But, yeah, that's when when it starts warming up, that's when you're going to start seeing a lot more problems.
We had a plumber, one of your boys, on last week. They had to condemn a house. Condemn it.
Yeah, Jimmy Boots, I love that guy.
Condemn it.
Yeah, it's, I mean, not something that you see all the time, but, I mean, it does happen. You know, water and causes a lot of damage. And then, I mean, when it freezes, I mean, it's you know, it can expand and break steel. I mean, it's strong stuff.
My brother, thanks, my man.
All right, buddy.
He's the best. He's had 2 breaks at his house. He's been to a $100,000 damage job. And one of his boys, we had on live last week, was at a house that was condemned with more than $500,000 in water damage. It's insane what's happened with this water. And then there's the city. And I'm going to get into this as we proceed. Mount Washington. Camback Street. Residents sending me pictures. It's a sheet of friggin' ice. They cannot leave their homes. We are 2 friggin' weeks in. Pittsburgh, Public Works, and people on Camback, K-A-M-B-A-C-H, cannot leave their homes. Why? Because you didn't drop salt. Fact. Ridiculous.
We're only 73 days until the draft. Everything you need to know surrounding the draft is right here. It's brought to you by Bill Few Associates Wealth Management. Their only concern is your best interest. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
We're talking with Joe Sabulis from Highwood Cemetery. Joe, I read a story recently about a local cemetery that had run out of funds and was struggling to pay for its upkeep. How did this happen?
Some cemeteries eventually become full and can no longer sell grave sites to generate income. How will those cemeteries pay for their continued care? The cemetery may or may not have a fund for this purpose. In the story you mentioned, that cemetery is no longer selling property and its care fund is almost depleted. Now they're struggling to pay for upkeep.
How can families be assured that their grave sites are being cared for now and in the future?
Highwood Cemetery exists to serve the public rather than make a profit. Our $1 million perpetual care fund is managed by a fiduciary to ensure that the care of the cemetery will be as it is today for generations to come.
And you can learn more about Highwood Cemetery by calling 412-766-6600.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions, and I would like to remind you about the selected drapery fabrics that are on sale right now. 50 to 70% off the most beautiful fabrics with the draperies made right here in Pittsburgh in my very own factory. Call 724-933-5500. Stop into my gallery at 2015 Village Run Road in Wexford or simply book online, nestexpressions.com.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
16 with cloudy skies at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Northbound traffic on I-79 is down to one lane due to a truck rollover. This accident scene is just south of the Route 51 Coriopolis McKees Rocks off-ramp there before the bridge. Again, down to one lane. We'll get an update on that with Ollie Popovich in traffic in just a few moments. A one-day warm-up is in tomorrow's forecast with a high in the upper 40s. Tim Cermak with the National Weather Service says it'll feel downright balmy.
And we might see a little bit of rain and snow mix with those warmer temps, especially late in the day Tuesday. But I'll tell you what, those low to mid-30s will probably feel real nice with how the last couple of weeks have gone.
Cermak says Wednesday will bring a return to temperatures around freezing for the rest of the week. Now, the family of Nancy Guthrie is awaiting word from whoever appears to have kidnapped her more than a week ago from her Tucson, Arizona home. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti has an update.
There was an increased police presence over this weekend here at Nancy Guthrie's home. Investigators in the backyard yesterday searching what appeared to be a septic tank. The FBI now saying they are taking 2 emails seriously, including what appears to be a ransom note with a second deadline set for later today.
Today's show host Savannah Guthrie, with her sister and brother by her side, addressed potential kidnappers in an Instagram video promising to pay ransom for their mother's release. The Diocese of Pittsburgh is closing 7 churches next month in St. Joseph the Worker Parish. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
Parishioners across several eastern suburbs learned this weekend that 7 of the 8 churches will close March 12th. The announcement came in a letter from Bishop Mark Ekman, read during weekend masses, citing declining attendance and ongoing financial challenges. The 8 churches merged into a single parish in 2020, and a restructuring review was conducted last year, including meetings with parish members. Under the plan, St. Mary's Church in Forest Hills will remain open, while services from the other locations will be consolidated there. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is up 66 points at 50,181. The Nasdaq is ahead 186, and the S&P is up 34 points. KDKA Sports. The Seahawks' dark side defense smothered the Patriots' offense on the way to a 29-13 Super Bowl win. Seattle coach Mike McDonald says AFC champ New England didn't make life easy.
We respected our opponent. They're a heck of an opponent, but we're really happy for our guys and the 12s in our community. Can't wait to bring the trophy back home.
Sam Darnold tossed a touchdown pass. Kenneth Walker ran for 135 yards. Jason Myers set a Super Bowl record. He made all 5 of his field goal tries. And a good number of Super Bowl viewers opted not to watch the halftime show with Bad Bunny. More than 5 million viewers live-streamed Turning Point's USA's All-American halftime show headlined by Kid Rock, but that compares with 135 million viewers of the Bad Bunny performance. The Pirates and designated hitter Marcell Ozuna have agreed to a 1-year deal worth $12 million. Ozuna is a 3-time All-Star. He played 6 years with the Braves, hitting 79 homers. This afternoon on KDKA Radio, the high school basketball playoff selection show. Listen at 2 p.m. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. Time to call Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman at One Health Benefits, 724-799-8873 for the right health insurance plan that can save you thousands. 16 and mostly cloudy in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Hey, it's Andrew Filippone.
Tony, guys, the best thing I did in 2025 was get a new garage floor from Comer and Cross. It completely transformed my garage. It's given me new space in a new room in my house. I can't believe I waited as long as I did to get in touch with the great people at Comer and Cross. But hey, better late than never. And right now, they've got their preseason sale going on. Comer and Cross, you're going to get a phenomenal price, and they're going to install it when you want it on your terms. They make it so simple. It's cold outside. They're going to take all the stuff out of the garage for you and secure it so you don't have to do it yourself. They fix all the cracks perfectly. And the best part is all of this gets done, and I know from personal experience, in one day. So go with the pros at Comer and Cross. They don't subcontract out. Call them now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR and lock in your preseason price and installation when you want it. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Marty, as Paul mentioned, yes, the truck rollover accident on northbound I-79 has traffic tied up just south of Route 51 at exit 64 at McKees Rocks. Traffic slows after Forest Grove Road northbound, so use caution if you're headed to this area or avoid this area if at all possible. Over on the Parkway West, we have some slowing but steady traffic as you make your way up Green Tree Hill, and it is bumper to bumper coming down Banksville heading into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Over on Route 28, that looks pretty smooth heading into the north side from the Allegheny Valley. And over on the Parkway North, we have no major issues for you there. And those 8 inbound HOV lanes are still closed. Over on the Parkway East, that is all clear as you approach the Squirrel tunnels on both the inbound and outbound sides. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine will give way to increasing clouds this afternoon with a high near 30. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 22. Clouds and a few intervals of sun tomorrow. There could be an afternoon shower. It'll become breezy and milder, high 48. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
My sister had the idea of the day regarding Bad Bunny, which I'm going to get into here in a minute. Why didn't they just... I'm not trying to be a jerk or an idiot who doesn't know Spanish, because I don't. They knew the songs in advance. Why not just plug them in and give us the best subtitles they could? Now, if they wanted to do it live, which they can, and Patrick knows this because we've used it actually, but it would have been way behind. But it would have been something. But... your opinion.
Well, I agree. My wife and I had the same conversation.
Just to help us idiots.
I didn't understand a word of the 13-minute performance.
Would have helped. No, they didn't need us.
No. Hey, the music was great. The dancing was interesting. I mean, it was a good show, but it would be nice to have some comprehension of what they're saying.
I don't know. I think they wanted. And I don't know, brother. I think they wanted to be authentic. And we're going to get into that. But I got to get into this first. I've been at this 30 plus years. And I sit in this chair and things happen live. It's one of the elements of the show that we enjoy because we like to bring you details live. Okay? So Friday, we started getting details live about this accident on 79. And as a journalist, host, who kind of thrives on facts and bringing you information, we were trying to accomplish several things. Keep you away from the scene, right? Keep you out of the mess. And the updates were horrific. They started coming in my first one was at 11:56 Friday. Southbound traffic control, DOA in one of the vehicles. That was the announcement. Okay? This is all on 79. 40 cars involved. A northbound section of 79. Then we got others. Transportation to UPMC Cranberry. Patient transported to AGH. Another patient transported. Another patient with a head injury. Another patient to Wexford. 2 more patients to Cranberry. Okay? And then you're starting to think, oh my gosh, it's horrible. Then we see the video of a trailer being pulled by a truck. That a car lost control and slammed into the trailer. And I hate to even say it, but it pretty much cut the car in half. And then this happened. Because you feel bad enough. It's horrible that someone's dead. And then this happened. My daughter, Chloe, sends me a text. My friend, Evan, that I grew up with, Dad, was just killed in a car accident. Now, my mind is weird. I wasn't connecting those dots. I thought it was another accident, but it wasn't. It was the same accident. Evan Gingo. I went to school with Chloe. She loves him. He's a wonderful kid. They live in our neighborhood. His father, Matt, is a wonderful doctor. Passivant. ICU. Fantastic human being. Fantastic doctor. And we found out that Evan Gingo, our neighborhood kid that used to run around with my daughters growing up and play in the streets, and they all went to school together, and they all grew up together, was going to see his girlfriend at Slippery Rock, and he's dead. I can't process this stuff anymore. I just can't. I can't feel the pain of it. I can't manage what happens now of it. I just can't. He's 18, man. And it sucks beyond belief. And the pain, Jesus. In talking to friends in the neighborhood, we really don't know what the hell to do. I don't know what you do when your 18-year-old son gets killed in an instant on an icy road on the way to see his girlfriend in Slippery Rock. I just don't know. I don't know what to tell my daughter, Chloe, about her good friend who's dead, Evan Gingo. And I know you heard all the cliches. He's a wonderful boy and everybody loved him, but he was. And everybody does. And all of it is so hard to communicate. And all of it is so hard to manage. And I'm not trying to bring anyone down. One of my friends who's trying to manage it, and he's very Christian, and said, and he sent this note, life cannot be taken for granted. Devastating. So sad. And from one of my neighbors, who's actually the doctor who discovered my cancer, there's nowhere to go. We somehow have to go on. The most important function of the surviving parents, this is actually beautiful, is, for nothing else, for their other children, and frankly, for themselves. I'm not trying to bring anyone down, but to suggest that I can't understand anymore why. I can't comprehend God's role. I can't comprehend prayer. I can't comprehend rationale. He was in a Subaru Impreza, a car that I bought several times for my own kids because they're so damn safe. And he was killed instantly. He was a hell of a young man. Nothing I can say can make any difference. I guess we can manage when our parents die, I guess. I'm still trying to manage that my sister's dead, kind of, trying to. But when we lose an 18-year-old on the way to see his girlfriend on a snowy day, and his mom and dad and family have to move on, I cannot, for the life of me, understand this death. I wish we could help with flowers or candy or a hug or a poem or a prayer. You just got to help. Hope that they make it through. That you got to hope that Monday goes to Tuesday. You got to hope that they learn to breathe again. Because this is beyond comprehension to me. For my situation, I'm on a talk show and we reach tens of thousands of people, and all you're trying to do is keep people out of a mess. Right? So it becomes kind of mundane. And then it doesn't. And then he's dead. And then everything changes in the blink of an eye, and you think of everybody's pain and the grief and the heartache. And trying to understand and comprehend a tragedy, it's impossible. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Marty, the earlier truck rollover accident on northbound I-79 has traffic tied up just south of Route 51 and exit 64 at McKees Rocks. Traffic slows after the Forest Grove Road due to the residual delays, but both lanes are now open, so be on the lookout for those brake lights. Over on the Parkway West, that has slow but steady traffic as you make your way down Banksville heading into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Over on Route 28, that looks pretty smooth sailing heading into the north side from the Allegheny Valley. And over on the Parkway North, no major issues for you there, but those inbound HOV lanes are still closed. Over on the Parkway East, it is all clear as you approach the Squirrel Hill tunnels on both the inbound and outbound sides. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Okay, get this. Now at Wendy's, you get to go biggie with new Biggie deals. That means going biggie with the $4 Biggie Bites, biggier with the $6 Biggie Bag, or biggiest with an $8 Biggie Bundle. So now you can choose and customize your Biggie deal. As you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-296-6868. That's 800-296-6868.
Folks, Marty here. My friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. Scott from Aspenwall, amazed at NASCO's quality, honesty, work ethic, craftsmanship. Scott loved working with NASCO, appreciated that NASCO doesn't use high-pressure sales tactics like other companies. NASCO has satisfied thousands like Scott. Get NASCO, 412-373-2000. Get them on your roof, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO. Oh, here's one. My man Harold. People get buried in debt over the holidays. How the heck do they get out?
If you want to get out of holiday debt, instead of struggling through the entire year, give my law firm a call. We can either do a debt negotiation to settle it for less, or we can file bankruptcy and make it go away altogether.
It's not that difficult, is it, sir?
Absolutely not. It's just picking up the phone and giving a phone call.
ShepleyLaw.com.
This report brought to you by NJM Insurance.
If you dread dealing with your insurance more than getting stuck in an elevator with an overshare,
bean burrito for lunch.
You have Insuranoia. You should have NJM. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Can someone please, honestly, I'm begging you in Public Works. Come on, man. It's just, we have a friend that lives in Mount Washington, and she was trying to go to work today, and she's 70 years old. And these idiots, and I don't mean that in the nicest way, in Mount Washington, she's stuck in her house. It's a complete sheet of ice. It's just so ignorant. It just, to no end, I want to... It's so ignorant. And the truth is, it never ends. Cambeck. Come on, folks. Public Works, come on. You should be ashamed. KAMBACH. We're 2 weeks into this crap. People can't go to work. I mean, it's all ice. So I asked, what's the deal with Cambeck? KAMBACH. In Mount Washington. Hold on, let me get to it. From my boys. Who, by the way, my boys are good. They've been at it. I know a bunch of them that are in Public Works. They know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what's going off. Let me read this. The driver has no idea what he's doing in that part of town. He has no experience. The mayor admitted this, remember? He said it's not the mayor's fault. He said they hired a bunch of people that don't know how to drive the trucks and were actually afraid to drive hills. Huh? And they don't know how to spread salt, and they don't spread enough salt, and they put them in really little trucks. Well, the big trucks can't fit down the damn street. They can't. So here we go. Cambeck Street, Mount Washington, 2 weeks into this nightmare. People can't go to work today. 2 weeks in. Come on, man. I think we can do better. And so here's what I'm told. Driver had no idea what he's doing. Didn't spread enough salt. They flood Mount Washington with small trucks. And the drivers aren't experienced. And the small trucks don't spread enough salt. Wow. They don't train them on the truck they're assigned to. So you might as well put Marty Griffin in the truck. And so as a result, bunch of people in Mount Washington are stuck in their friggin' homes. Jesus. It's so ignorant, man. Here we go, another guy just texting me. We haven't seen a salt truck since the second time they came down and plowed the snow back on top of what we already shoveled. We got inexperienced drivers both times. So they're stuck on their street in Pittsburgh. It's ignorant. Tony, go ahead.
Good morning, Marty. I'd like to call about the accident on 79.
Yes.
That's horrific, and we hear about these a lot of times where people start piling up and stuff because of low visibility, conditions, and such. A local guy up here in Butler had an idea. Would it be possible to use the Amber Alert system for people in a designated area, just like they do with an Amber Alert with a missing child, to send a signal directly to your phone that between these two exits and this mile marker, there's a pile-up, avoid it, slow down immediately, danger, however you wanted to speak it. We're not getting anywhere with this idea, and I was hoping if you agree, if you would lend your voice and your influence to maybe make it happen and save some lives.
Hold on. Let me ask my man, the guru of tech. What he's saying is actually kind of smart.
It is, but I will say this. There is a system out there where you can sign up for alerts already. So
not for that specific mile marker, not for that specific time of day is what you're saying, right, Tony? Tony. He's gone.
Well, Marty, here, I actually just learned this the other day when I was signing up for alerts. The 511pa.com is the state system. PennDOT puts alerts out for roads. You can actually create your own login. You can set your route that you travel typically, and it will send you instant alerts when they put things out like vehicle closures, road conditions. You can sign up for all of those things, and you can get them sent to text messages, email, all those things. So it does exist right now, pa511.com.
I don't think it's out there enough. I don't think it's directed enough. I don't think it's tech savvy enough. I don't think it's simple enough for idiots like me to understand. It's an interesting idea, sir. I don't know. I'm sitting here trying to wrap my arms around this kid being dead, Evan Gingo. I don't know. We had so many folks texting us that it was horrible. It was all ice. And it all happened. It started out as a little bit of rain, sleet, then it froze. And then you had 40, 50 cars and a dead 18-year-old. And his family trying to manage the horror of it. And I can't wrap my arms around that pain. Regarding my situation with Mount Washington, I would be ashamed if I was a boss in public works in the city of Pittsburgh. And 2 weeks later, there's still people trapped in their friggin' houses. I don't care how many trucks you have broken. I don't care how many inexperienced drivers you have. Someone has to get off their ass and get down that street. I would think. 2 weeks later. Don't you think at some point, some in the office would say, hey, man, that jag-off Marty Griffin keeps talking about this street. I am going to talk about it till it's done. Why the hell can't they put salt down? 'Cause they're inexperienced. 'Cause they have small trucks. Tell that to the guy whose boss says, if you don't come to work today, we're going to fire you. And by the way, that happened several times last week because these jag-offs can't figure out who to put salt down on one street in Mount Washington that has been icy for 2 friggin' weeks. Why the hell can't someone with some aptitude figure it out? Please, I'm begging you.
It's never too soon or too late to need a wealth manager because life is complicated. At Bill Few Associates, we help you manage the complexities and enjoy the peace of mind that should come with financial achievement. Often that means adding value by simplifying things for you. When do you need a wealth manager? Now is when. Bill Few Associates, Wealth Management. BillFew.com, 412-630-6000.
Folks, my favorite town to visit, Oakmont. Here's why. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, great restaurant, great food, great service, cigar bar at the Lot. Oakmont is a town you can walk around, you can enjoy it, you can park. There's no problems. It's a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere with great food. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, 333, and Hofstadt's. Amazing food, Oakmont.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it! Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? There's only one clear choice. The Power of Bowser family of dealerships. Featuring Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Hyundai, Subaru, Nissan, and Genesis. With 3 locations across the Pittsburgh area, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle at Bowser. The Power of Bowser puts the power in your hands at powerofbowser.com. Shop the Bowser Express Store and choose your vehicle, payment, and financing options. Value your trade. and even schedule pickup of your new ride, all at powerofbowser.com. The Bowser family of dealerships in 3 locations: Pleasant Hills, Monroeville, and Chippewa. Visit powerofbowser.com today. The Power of Bowser family of dealerships, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
We have this wonderful deal with Oakmont Bakery called Cakewalks. Woman's turning 100. Sorreo and the folks at Oakmont make her a bespoke, custom-made, custom cake, anything she wants, and then we deliver it on her birthday. That's what makes Oakmont Bakery special. Plus, you know, everything there is delicious.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
16 with cloudy skies at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Northbound traffic on I-79 down to 1 lane right now due to a truck rollover. This is coming out of the S-curves heading toward the bridge. And that accident scene just south of the Route 51 Coriopolis McKees Rocks off-ramp. We'll get an update on that coming up in traffic with Ellie. A boil water advisory in Allegheny and Washington counties has been lifted. Pan American Water issued this advisory early Saturday after a power surge at a water treatment plant. 95,000 customers were advised to boil water. Pan American now says all samples from 2 water quality tests were negative for contamination, and the utility lifted the boil water advisory a few minutes after 11 a.m. This is a Code Orange Air Quality Action Day in the Liberty-Clairton area, including Glassport, Lincoln, and Portview. Strong temperature inversion is going to trap pollutants for a good part of the day. Young children, the elderly, those with respiratory problems should limit outdoor activities. As the investigation into the apparent kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie continues today, show co-host Savannah Guthrie with her sister and brother by her side addressed potential kidnappers in a new Instagram video over the weekend.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
The FBI is reviewing a message sent to a Tucson TV station. There have been multiple ransom letters, but their credibility is unclear. One person died in a head-on collision on the Parkway West Sunday morning. State police say the wrong-way crash occurred a few minutes after 4 a.m. on I-376 near Campbell's Run Road. A Toyota Prius heading east in the westbound lanes collided head-on with a Mercedes SUV. The driver of that SUV was injured and taken to a hospital, condition unknown. The driver of the Prius, 45-year-old Sergei Ganachuk, died at the scene. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 25 points at 50,090. The Nasdaq is up 223 points. The S&P up 37. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey, folks, Marty, why did MediConnect choose to sponsor the Warmathon on KDK Radio? Well, Their folks see firsthand the pressures, financial pressures, seniors are facing every day. No senior should overpay for services that may be included in over 70 different Medicare options. There's never a fee for MediConnect's top-rated service to assist seniors in finding the right Medicare plan. Call MediConnect, 888-818-6334, or visit MediConnectInsurance.com.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
Would you file taxes without an expert? So why choose health insurance on your own? The experts at One Health Benefits can be your personal advocate at no cost to you. One Health Benefits' Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman are licensed insurance agents who understand the possible loss of ACA subsidies, Medicare updates, and insurance premiums. One Health Benefits works for you. Don't make a costly mistake. Get One Health Benefits and clarity in your corner. Call 724-799-8873 or go to onehealthbenefits.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellie, what's up?
Marty, as Paul mentioned earlier in his news report, the truck rollover accident on northbound I-79 has traffic tied up just south of Route 51 near exit 64, and traffic is heavy and slow moving after Forest Grove Road and continues through the S-bends, so please use caution if traveling northbound on 79. The parkways east and west are moving right along with no major delays, and over on the Parkway North, those HOV lanes are still closed but should be open shortly. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
For the rest of today, sunshine will fade beyond increasing clouds, and it won't be so cold. High near 30. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 22. Tomorrow, clouds and limited sun, breezy and milder in the afternoon with a stray shower, high 48. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Back today. An hour later, though. WPL playoff pairings, they're announced at 2. I'll catch you at 3. Colin Dunlap, 3 to 6 today after the big game.
We have the warmathon this week. And I got to mention this. It has been so damn cold. We're going to be on the air from 7 in the morning till 2 on Thursday. I hope we can break all-time records. Chad Quinn is one of my boys, has been on a number of times because of the dramatic need. I just, man, people are hurting, man. Hurting. The Dollar Energy Fund is $3 million in the hole compared to last year at this time. That's how much need is out there. $3 million. It's insane. And let me say this, though, about my people that I love. All the guys and gals and people that listen to this show. You're unbelievably kind. Like the William Penn is giving us this insane dinner again. We've got a roof from NASCO. We have furnaces. Toilets we're giving away. I'm trying something really, really cool with Joe Manganiello, which I can't announce yet because it's not set. A bathroom from my man Matt. I just find you folks and your kindness and your grace and your generosity to be amazing. It's overwhelming to me. I get choked up. No one ever says no, man. It's actually astounding. Thursday, 7 a.m. to 2. Let's do this. Let's break all-time records. Play a little clip of that Bad Bunny for those who turn it off because they're ignorant or annoyed or just angry or just, I'll show them, that kind of moment. Do you have it? Listen.
Me la voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP, ey. Saludan a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie. Soy cheese, que sonrían los que ya les meten. Un VIP, ey. Saludan a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie. Soy cheese, que sonrían los que se olvidaron ya de mí. Me gustan mucho las Gabriela, la Patricia, la Nicole, la Sofía. Mi primera novia en Kinder María y mi primer amor se llama Batalía. Tengo una colombiana que me escribe todos los días y una mexicana que ni yo sabía. Otra en San Antena que me quiere todavía y las de PR que toditas son mías. Una dominicana que juega bombón, ey, uva bombón.
All right, what'd you think? Honestly, I haven't done this. Open up the phone lines. What did you think? Most people my age and my skin color, white, were annoyed by it. I'm blown away by the guy. It's insane how mature he is. That man, pretty cool. I read some of the numbers. The guy gets it's insane how popular he is. You don't want to hear this, but right now he's more popular than Taylor Swift. He's the biggest star on earth. The choreography was insane. The staging was insane. He threw in Lady Gaga, who I love. It was cool. I'm kind of chill about this stuff. Of all the things in my life going on, including an 18-year-old kid who was killed on a highway that we grew up with, I don't give a rat's behind about the halftime show at a football game, to be honest. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. What did you think about Bad Bunny? And for those who say no one watched, you're high. 135 million people. The largest crowd watching anything in the history of the NFL. In the history of the Super Bowl, by far. So you can't say I show him that other stupid thing with Kid Rock lip syncing, half drunk. 5 million, 6 million, which isn't bad, by the way. So if you're keeping score at home, 135 million to 5 million or 6 million. Just so you know, you didn't win. And this I'll show him crap, I just don't buy into that stuff in the big picture. Talking about heat, we have elderly folks who have no furnaces. We have families that can't pay their heating bills. I don't get caught up in the rhetoric of Bad Bunny's a bomb and it's in Spanish. Could they have helped by putting it in subtitles? Yeah, probably. But maybe they want it to be authentic. I think he's wonderful. I think he's gifted. I think he's a gentleman. That young man gets it. He is a superstar. And if you don't like him, okay. If you didn't watch, okay. But this dude brings it, and he brought it, and he He set an all-time record for 135 million people. Wow. By the way, they put effort into that show too, man. The choreography, the staging. Wow. Wow. For the NFL, what are they doing? It's brilliant. You know why? That's their future. That's what they're doing. I think it's extraordinary. Play that clip from the White House, please. This is actually interesting regarding Trump and Bad Bunny and having it in Spanish. It's fascinating. Very interesting. Trump hated it. Shocking.
On the sidelines of a Super Bowl party, the president took to Truth Social, and without mentioning Bad Bunny by name, the president decried the halftime show as one of the worst ever and an affront to the greatness of America, adding nobody understands a word this guy is saying, and the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are watching. I'm going to let the president in on a little secret. Even those of us who speak Spanish sometimes don't entirely understand what Bad Bunny is saying, but it's about the music. Bad Bunny, who performs in his native Spanish, is an American citizen who grew up in Puerto Rico and used his Grammy acceptance speech a week ago to criticize his immigration crackdown. The Bad Bunny also decided not to book dates on his world tour in the United States out of concern fans attending his concerts could be targeted by immigration agents.
Amazing. Guy's all class, man. That kid is an adult. He has insane influence. And by the way, no violence, no drugs, no booty calls, no rape, no cocaine, no Lamborghinis. My man talks about life and family. It was pretty impressive. Whether you like it or not, 135 million liked it. They didn't need us. However, this notion that you're a racist if you don't like Bad Bunny is a bald-faced load of crap. Come on, man. We all have tastes. We all like different things. I get it. But my man is the biggest star on earth right now. Bad Bunny, 866-391-1020. What'd you think? 866-391-1020. Give me a buzz. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Marty, the truck rollover accident on northbound I-79 south of Route 51 near exit 64 still has traffic heavy and slow moving about a mile after Forest Grove Road and continues through the S-Bends, so use caution if you're traveling northbound on I-79. I'm looking at the traffic around the area with the PennDOT cameras, and the outbound HOV lanes are now open on the Parkway North, and we are in very good shape on the inbound and outbound sides of the Parkway East and West. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Elevate your sleep experience with an adjustable bed and make everyday activities like reading, watching TV, and working in bed more comfortable. At the Original Mattress Factory, we know not all adjustable beds are created equal. You want one that has the features you actually need, like anti-snore and zero-gravity positions. We offer high-quality adjustable bases paired with a hand-built mattress, all at a factory direct value. And we have product in stock and ready when you are. Visit an OMF location to elevate your sleep experience today.
Hey, it's Marty. Are you tired of pain or fear of falling that's holding you back, struggling with balance, neuropathy, or joint pain? At Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, physical therapy is done differently because you are different. Folks, this place is amazing. I've seen it firsthand. Shoulder pain, knee pain, balance issues. They attack it and work it, and it works. Call today. Monroeville Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200.
Y108 presents Odyssey, The Night Before, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, starring Jason Aldean.
Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh? I'm Jason Aldean.
Wednesday, April 22nd, inside the Event Center at Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. You can't buy a ticket to this show. You can only win your way in. Details at y108.com. Brought to you by Broken Bow Records. Must be 21 plus.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
When we started Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks, it wasn't a big crew or a fancy shop. Just Calvin and me in our grandma's garage.
We'd load up our tools every morning, build decks all day, then unpack right there in her driveway.
That little garage laid the foundation for what Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks is all about. Working hard, staying honest, and treating people like family.
We've grown a lot since then, but those family values still guide every job we do. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins. That's the power of Bowser.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? There's only one clear choice: the Power of Bowser family of dealerships, featuring Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Hyundai, Subaru, Nissan, and Genesis. With 3 locations across the Pittsburgh area, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle at Bowser. The Power of Bowser puts the power in your hands at powerofbowser.com. Shop the Bowser Express store and choose your vehicle, payment, and financing options. Value your trade and even schedule pickup of your new ride, all at powerofbowser.com. The Bowser family of dealerships in 3 locations: Pleasant Hills, Monroeville, and Chippewa. Visit powerofbowser.com today.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser.
The Power of Bowser family of dealerships, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive, and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. A Pittsburgh company has raised $3.7 million from investors to build a new self-storage facility in Westmoreland County. That's according to a filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Guardian Storage confirmed the property is among 2 it plans to open during the first half of 2026. Guardian Storage Irwin is expected to open in May. The company is also constructing a facility in Grand Junction, Colorado that's expected to open in April. Guardian Storage said it currently has 36 owned properties in operation across 3 states. Also, Eckert Siemens announced that Mark Hamilton has come aboard as a member of its commercial litigation practice group. Hamilton, who's based at the law firm's downtown Pittsburgh headquarters, joins from Tucker Ahrensberg, where he built an almost 13-year career and was a shareholder. Hamilton's practice is focused on commercial and estates and trust litigation, which Eckert Siemens has identified as a growth area. He also advises banking, financial services, and corporate fiduciaries on a range of litigation and regulatory compliance matters. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I get kind of humor out of old white guys like me that get all indignant and angry about bad money. I just don't have the time. I respect the hell out of him. My man's got 20 billion streams last year. 20 billion. More than Taylor Swift. Yep. Since last night, the demand for his music on Spotify has gone up 700%, which is also insane. I don't like the people that get bowed up over bad money. I just don't. It's not that important, man. Okay, he didn't sing in English. Okay, I'll be cool. It's fine. I had relatives that only spoke Italian. Okay. Does that make them bad people? Here's my thing. My son, all of his music is hardcore rap. I mean, he loves it. I've taken him to a couple concerts. I didn't like any of it. But that's their thing. And my point is, Bad Bunny's lyrics are all about country and family and his home and growing up. Pretty cool. I don't care about whether you like him or not, and neither does the rest of the country. And as for Trump, I was a lot more offended. It's kind of hard to be insulted by Trump insults anymore because there's so much of it. But the ape thing with the Obamas, that was guttural, low, a new low. Embarrassing. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, man. Waiting on you, man.
I'm a 63-year-old retired white male.
So we're about the same.
Love the show.
We're about the same.
I love the show.
Thanks, my man.
It was a very good, probably one of the best halftime shows since ZZ Top.
Wow, hold on. When was ZZ Top? Wow, when was that? Wow.
That was a long time ago.
Wow, I love ZZ Top, man.
Wow. Yes. But me and my wife, we both enjoyed the show a whole lot. I didn't understand a word he said.
Same.
But it was, just everything, the whole atmosphere was great.
87? ZZ Top was 87?
1997.
97, 20, so almost 30 years. Wow.
Okay.
Good for you, man. At least he's honest. Your average white man, about my age, digging it with his wife. I thought it was kind of cool seeing Lady Gaga. I thought it was really cool seeing Ricky Martin. I don't know, man. You know, it was awful, that Counter concert. Whoo! Kid Rock. Lip syncing, bad. Half drunk, bad. And man, Kid Rock is getting slammed. He had this massive concert setup. Everybody canceled. This is what I don't like about politics today. So now we drag these musicians into this rhetoric. And so now they start going after each other, and all it is music. One number. For those of you who say I showed Bad Bunny because I didn't watch, one number. 135 million people did. They didn't need you. They just didn't. 20 billion people streaming his stuff. 20 billion streams, folks. That's sick. He's the biggest artist on earth. What the NFL did, whether you want to hear this or not, is brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
Wintertime, freezing temperatures, busted pipes. Man, that's terrible. And when that pipe breaks, damage spreads fast. It's terrible. That's when you call Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Yep. 24/7, 365. Residential and commercial water damage emergencies. Stopping that damage, cleaning up the mess, getting your property back to normal and fast. When winter hits hard, demand that yellow van. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Call 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER.
At AHN, we see you juggling 100 things at once. That's why we made it easier to book with the doctors you need. With AHN online scheduling, you can book with your primary care provider or get time with a specialist. Visit ahn.org/schedule, answer a couple of simple questions, and search for providers, locations, and times that work best for you. Easy online scheduling. Because at AHN, we see you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Costos, and watching sports isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And my show is not a job, it's a passion. From the NFL playoffs to the NBA and everything in between. between, celebrate sports with me every day on You Better You Bet from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Download the Odyssey app now and listen to Westwood One Sports from anywhere. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos, live and interactive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern, presented by BetMGM.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
21 and mostly cloudy at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Northbound traffic on I-79 down to one lane near the Neville Island Bridge due to a truck rollover. And the accident scene is at the end of the last of the S-curves, south of the Route 51 Coriopolis McKees Rocks off-ramp. We'll get an update and a status report in traffic in just a few minutes. A boil water advisory in Allegheny and Washington counties has been lifted. Penn American Water issued the advisory early Saturday after a power surge at a water treatment plant. 95,000 customers were advised to boil their water. Penn American now says all samples from 2 water quality tests were negative for contamination, and the utility lifted the boil water advisory a few minutes after 11 a.m. The family of Nancy Guthrie is awaiting word from whoever appears to have kidnapped her mother more than a week ago from her Tucson, Arizona home. CBS's Jonathan Bigliotti has an update.
There was an increased police presence over this weekend here at Nancy Guthrie's home. Investigators in the backyard yesterday searching what appeared to be a septic tank. The FBI now saying they are taking 2 emails seriously, including what appears to be a ransom note with a second deadline set for later today.
Today's show co-host Savannah Guthrie with her sister and brother by her side this weekend addressed the potential kidnappers in an Instagram video promising to pay ransom for their mother's release. There was difficult news for parishioners this weekend. 7 Catholic churches in one of Pittsburgh area parish are closing next month. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
The Diocese of Pittsburgh says declining mass attendance and rising financial pressures are driving the closure of 7 churches in the St. Joseph the Worker parish. Church leaders announced the decision in a letter from Bishop Mark Ekman read during weekend services. The parish, made up of 8 churches spread across several eastern suburbs, was formed through a merger in 2020. Beginning March 12th, St. Maurice Church in Forest Hills will be the sole church building to remain open as the diocese continues broader restructuring efforts underway since 2021. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow at this hour is up 32 points at 50,147. The NASDAQ up 264 now, and the S&P is up 45 points. Seattle has won a second Super Bowl, 29-13 over New England, with the winning quarterback, Sam Darnold.
It's special. And again, like I always say, it's this group is why it's special. You know, the connection that all of us have as players, the love that we have for each other.
The Seahawks defense sacked Patriots quarterback Drake May 6 times. Seattle's Jason Myers set a Super Bowl record by making all 5 of his field goal attempts. Advocates looking to make this day, after the Super Bowl, some type of national holiday, have some new facts to back up their case. A survey from workforce management platform UKG finds more than 26 million Americans plan to miss work today. That surpasses last year's survey total of 22.6 million. The Pirates and designated hitter Marcell Ozuna have agreed to a 1-year deal worth $12 million. Ozuna is a 3-time All-Star. He played the last 6 years with the Braves, hitting 79 homers. And this afternoon on KDKA Radio, the high school basketball playoff selection show. You can listen at 2 p.m. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. 21 now. Mostly cloudy skies in Pittsburgh with the AccuWeather forecast next.
Fabulous February savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob.
In our meat department, lean and tender pork shoulder steaks or roast, $2.79 a pound. In the produce department, extra large cantaloupes, $1.99 each. In our deli, John F. Martin ham off the bone is $6.99 a pound. Additional savings, selected varieties of hell of a good dips, 12-ounce containers, 3 for $5.
It's happening now at Coons Market. Coons Market, a special place in your neighborhood. That's Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Oh, I went to high school with Bob Tootie, with Tootie Mechanical. Since I've known him, they've put 400 furnaces in homes, free furnaces. We're about to do that again. We'll put 20 in homes in one day. It's magnificent. You see folks cry. They change lives. This company gets it. Tootie Mechanical. 400 furnaces. Amazing, amazing. Tootie Mechanical. 412-771-4100. Love them.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions, and I would like to remind you about the selected drapery fabrics that are on sale right now. 50 to 70% off the most beautiful fabrics with the draperies made right here in Pittsburgh in my very own factory. Call 724-933-5500. Stop into my gallery at 2015 Village Run Road in Wexford, or simply book online. nestexpressions.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
For the rest of today, sunshine will fade beyond increasing clouds, and it won't be so cold. High near 30. Mostly cloudy tonight, though, 22. Tomorrow, clouds and limited sun, breezy and milder in the afternoon with a stray shower, high 48. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm here with Harold Shepley. Two things. Folks want to lose weight in the new year and get out of debt. Any ideas on the debt thing, my man?
Absolutely. And the two things actually kind of go together, because getting out of debt is a lot like losing weight. You have to be serious about it, have to be dedicated to making that life change. And by calling my law firm, we can help you make that life change with a debt negotiation, settling your debt for less.
And folks, it works. I've seen it firsthand. Go to ShepleyLaw.com, the best.
When winter settles in, everything gets a little harder for our neighbors. Your support of Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank helps families stay warm and nourished with fresh, healthy food. Give today at PittsburghFoodBank.org. Give family a little more breathing room this winter. That's the power of you.
Ma'am, we have this window. It's actually a bay window at the front of our house. And I know it sounds stupid, but I was out there looking at it. And it needs replaced. And I'm sitting here because I've been talking to the folks at Windows Direct. And they've got this deal right now, which is insane. You buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. And check this out. You get $1,000 off your entire project and 0% interest for 60 months. You can spread out the payments. And folks, this is the time, right? Because it's kind of slow. And they've got professionals ready to go. And they have folks ready for you to start your new year with this great deal on windows. 4, get 4 free, 60 months interest free, $1,000 off. And all you got to say is, I love my windows. This deal rocks. I'm checking it out. I swear I am. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct. Don't miss this one. When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Had a bunch going on here. I had a call Jim Bucci, plumber, because I want to kind of check in, and then I'm going to talk about this immigration stuff. Jim's the best going, and he told this crazy story about, well, tell us the damage water did to that woman's house. Was it Fox Chapel or Sewickley? But tell us.
Fox Chapel. That was up in Fox Chapel.
What happened?
That water
when her hot water line broke inside the house, the hot water line broke on the second floor. The water heater kept running continuously and keeping up because she had a tankless. And it's basically she steamed her entire house, and the steam continued to freeze inside the house and froze into the walls and blew the whole face of her home, just blew it right off the face of the house. I mean, the house is a total loss. It's destroyed.
No.
$1 million home. $1 million home. I mean, and she's maxed out on her insurance. Her insurance just basically wrote her off as it's a $300,000 policy that she had on her house, and they said, "Here's your check."
Wow. Have you ever seen this, my man?
It's nowhere near.
Ever.
No, not this is the worst I've ever seen. I mean, I had one earlier this morning that I went to see if there's anything I could do. Their kitchen sink faucet froze. It was a landlord-tenant situation. They moved out, and the tenants turned the heat off whenever they left and didn't tell anybody.
Oh, no.
Froze the kitchen faucet. The only reason I work for a property maintenance company. They were notified by the water company that the water meter was registering 85,000 gallons of usage in 24 hours.
No.
It's the house is completely destroyed. It's not even safe to go in. You couldn't go in. I couldn't even send them any pictures. They won't even let you in. That was down in Monessen. Wow. It's a struggle out here because it's the house. The landlord-tenant situation is probably the worst thing that we have going right now.
Damn.
Because you got, this guy has his girlfriend. He stays at his girlfriend's house. He's not watching anything. He hasn't been there in a week. Or the woman stays with her boyfriend and they're not there. Or they move out. They don't pay their gas bill and then they leave. Or they shut their utilities off and they're not home. And it's insane right now. It's not stopping because now we got a big thaw coming. It's going to be worse. There's going to be so much breakage that nobody even knows is broken. I was in a crawl space this morning. Women's water lines are all broke. Everything's just completely split underneath her crawl space.
No.
And there's 6 inches of water down there.
Oh, jeez.
We've been pumping it out all morning so we can get underneath it there just to get her water. But people they know their lines are frozen, and they want to wait for it to thaw to see what it does. And the faster you get the lines thawed, the less of a chance of them being split. The longer you wait, the more they expand and expand and expand until they just basically they can't take it anymore and they just blow apart.
Jimmy,
it's terrible out here.
Oh, man, have you ever seen anything like this, ever?
This is probably the worst I've seen. Wow. I've seen frozen broken lines before, never to this extent for this duration. It's the duration of time that is making all these problems. It just won't let up.
So tomorrow it gets to 50 degrees. What happens?
Things are going to start melting that people don't know they're broken. They're going to find out that they're broken because they're going to come home after they go to work, and the lines that have been frozen for a week that they said, we'll just wait for it to unthaw. They're going to come home and find water running out their porches, running out their walls. It'll be the chaos will start all over again, and the city's not doing anything with the snow removal. It is awful out here for us to do anything. We can't get in the park. I'm fighting frozen water lines, broken water lines, and city chairs. That's the three things that I'm battling with right now.
Thanks, brother.
Parking chairs. Parking chairs. All right, buddy. Have a great day, Marty. Thank you.
Man, I had 800,000 in damage to one property. My man Wayne saw 800 from water. As I said, a lot going on. Joseph Patrick Murphy joining us, the best immigration attorney I know. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, Marty. Thanks for having me on.
All right, I need your translation. What the hell happened with the gentleman from Oakmont Bakery? How does he get out? Everybody said he wasn't. How's that happen?
Well, so an immigration violation is different than a criminal violation. In a criminal violation, the theory is that the whole civilization has been harmed. That's why it says Commonwealth versus Murphy, or people. In some jurisdictions, the plaintiff is named as people. So once you've been arrested, there has to be a court process. That's not so with immigration. ICE and the prosecutors, the Office of Professional Legal Advisor, both have the authority to engage in what's called prosecutorial discretion. They can just say, okay, and let people out. I spent a good amount of time writing to them before we even get to court, pleading my case. Okay, this guy's got a process going. He's married to an American. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Lately, it doesn't work much at all. I've had situations where the government, I have one right now. I just got a letter back. This person was a victim of crime here. There's special programs for crime victims to get them, to keep them here legally so they can testify and, ultimately help the prosecution arrest whoever hurt them. And I said, this guy's, he's a U visa applicant. Maybe you just let him go. They won't do it. It's got to go to a judge. For whatever reason, in Jimmy's case, the equities thankfully balanced in his favor. There's a lot of people very happy about this result. I think it's a good result. But somebody talked to the prosecution, whether that was his lawyer or the political process, or maybe even just the public pressure. Those things have an effect, and they did this time, and that's a great result.
Because a lot of lawyers said, he's done. He's out of the country. This is unusual? Yeah?
For him, yeah, the prediction, given that, like I said, the people that are the victims of crime that have in juvenile petitions going, things that are normally were untouchable, they're grabbing them and they're saying that's not a status just because you're on. Here's the big change, Marty. Back before this administration, the objective wasn't necessarily to throw as many people out as possible. The objective was to make sure that if you were here, you were at least on a path to getting legal. And that's what we're describing. There even that won't do it now. And Jimmy didn't appear to necessarily be on some sort of guaranteed path. He would have to make an asylum claim and win it. This isn't like a foregone conclusion, like you've been a victim of a crime. So it didn't look so rosy for Jimmy. And at some high level, and we have a lot to thank in our political process for that. But at some high level, I imagine some force was brought to bear on this case.
How does that happen, though? Come on, man. Jose Flores was supposed to be deported to Nicaragua. Mark was upset. Everyone was upset. And now
I don't think Jose, right. So it could be, like you said, the lawyer writing to the prosecution. It could be government officials saying this guy's a constituent. He's important to me. Any number of things. I know that we talked about certain politicians that may have been involved in this. At the end of the day, it's a good result. You can't get that every time. It's an unusual result. You're absolutely right.
Is it possible that a senator or a congressman, because I talked to both of them, can pull strings, sir? And what does that mean, pull strings with ICE?
Sure. All right. So ICE, the Department of Homeland Security, they're parts of the same government. They can ask for consideration and certainly the weight of a U.S. senator, a congressman, the types of people that may or may not have been involved in this, and they can take their own credit. I'm not going to give it or take it from them.
Yeah, of course.
But a senator can say, look, this is important to me. We'd like you to not prosecute this guy any further. That would result in prosecutorial discretion. It's not like a criminal. A politician can't call... because the only thing that we know, most of us citizens, about arrest is criminal arrest.
Yes, sir.
That's why the people of Oakmont kept saying Jimmy didn't do any crimes. Why is he being arrested? An immigration arrest is a civil arrest. It's not in the sense that we're not arresting the people to punish them. We're arresting them to expel them. Whatever story they have, let them tell it. And if it's not good enough, expel them. If a politician were to call the district attorney's office and say release somebody who did a crime, that would be corruption. But in this process, that's actually how it's supposed to work. The political process, it's a uniquely political process, immigration and the practice of immigration law. You called it life in the blender. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
Lawyers are used to systems of precedent, legal systems that are very, very stable. They ruled this way last week. They're going to rule this way next week. In immigration, it's not that way. The rules change and how they're applied change, certainly every 4 years, and sometimes every 4 weeks. We see that here lately. But this one was a good one. It's a feel-good result. I think we're happy about it. As I said before, this could incentivize more people to try and immigrate. And that's the concern. Like so many things, you like it on an individual level. You might not like it on a social level. You could support the death penalty but not want to be executed.
Nice.
You could support gun rights but not want to be shot. These are perfectly, although they're they're not even really contradictory. One's a social value and one's an individual value. On an individual value, sure, let the guy go. But on a social value, might not have been the best outcome. I can't say one way or another. Only time will tell.
Well, you're behind the scenes all the time, Joseph Patrick Murphy. Has the tenor changed? Has it changed?
Absolutely. As I said, in the old days, and I mean 1 year ago, your guy got arrested. You go to the judge. He's on a path, some sort of path to getting legal. He's married to a citizen. He's got a work sponsorship, victim of crime, informant, something like that. Even in Jimmy's case, they'd give a bail. He's working on something. He's not. There's no real reason to detain him. But that is not the case now. All right. If you're working on something, they'd let you do it. That's in the past. Now it's if you don't already have it, they want to throw you out, and that's a big difference. It's almost like they want to prevent these people from getting legal.
Wow. Joseph Patrick Murphy, the best. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Fascinating.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I opened a restaurant and needed everything. Menus, signage, catering brochures.
Everything and then some.
I went to Staples. They printed it all and even suggested takeout menus.
One money pit with a side of fries.
But now at Staples, you get up to $125 off custom print orders.
$125 off. Now you're cooking. Brand your business in a big way at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 4/4 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the curator of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Michael Kraus.
Staff Sergeant Benjamin Karb of Allegheny County received the Silver Star Medal in World War II in Blei-Arensbach, Germany on March 14, 1945. While under hostile fire, Sergeant Karb displayed outstanding bravery and initiative as he advanced alone, approached dugouts and emplacements, and managed to persuade the enemy to surrender. Sergeant Karb was responsible for the capture of 15 prisoners and also saved his attacking party from taking many casualties. His outstanding gallantry in action is in accord with the finest traditions of the military service.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial reflects the valor and heroism that shaped this great country. Consider a tax-deductible donation. Visit soldiersandsailorshall.org for more information.
UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Enjoy Lamont Winter Dinner for Two special, just $99. Reserve a table on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays through March 26th for a complete prefix dinner for two. Visit LamontPittsburgh.com to view the menu and make your reservations today.
'Tis the season for germs and viruses. Fight back with Sniper, a hospital-grade disinfectant that kills germs, viruses, and bacteria. Pick up a bottle of Sniper at participating True Value hardware stores or visit disinfectwithsniper.com.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
A lot going on, as I stated. It's crazy. The plumbing stuff's crazy. Crazy. The damage from water is catastrophic. Man. $1 million house destroyed by water. Wow. So Thursday we're doing the warmathon. I had to grab Chad Quinn with the Dollar Energy Fund, and we're going to do this because it's important. I don't know if there's ever been a greater need. Chad, what do you say, brother?
Marty, I would agree with you. This is our busiest year we've ever had, following the previous busiest year we've ever had. So 2 years in a row, we've been seeing demand increase. But this year, we're 120% higher than we were the previous year.
And I got to tell you that my boys are stepping up. We got guys giving away furnace, guys giving away a roof, folks giving away exclusive dinners, folks giving away bathroom remodels. We need that big time, do we not, sir? Because we really need to step up this year.
Marty, we do, and everybody that calls and donates an experience or helps out doing any of those things, remember that if we get a couple $1,000 for that, the utilities match that dollar for dollar, and we're able to put $4,000 in the streets to help people pay their utility bills right now.
Just for context, tell people where you're at spending-wise compared to last year.
Marty, we spent so far this year about $2 million more than we did last year at the same time. And, I'm worried because I got my gas bill the other day. You and I talked about it. My gas bill was up 25% compared to what it was last year. Wow. And if everyone's gas bill is up 25%, which I'm thinking it's going to be, we're going to need 25% more money to help pay gas bills this spring than we did last year. It's the reality of it.
Hold on, man. How do you make up $2 million?
Well, Marty, we're going to rely on, the help of the Pittsburgh community. We've got a couple of utilities that have stepped up and provided some more dollars for matching and some more dollars beyond that. But it's a lot. It's a lot to make up.
What kind of calls are you getting?
Marty, as I told you, I opened my bill and I saw how big it was. We're getting people that are opening their bills and saying, there is no way I'm going to be able to pay this at the end of the month when it's due. Those people are facing situations where it's a senior deciding to cut their medication in half and not take their medicine because, they might pay $100 for their month of their medication. They say that's maybe $100 they can save. It's people that aren't eating as much. They're saying, hey, if I cut back, the reality is that people turn their thermostats down. And as we know all the time, if you turn your house down to 55 degrees, you could have a pipe break. You can get sick. Things don't work as well when it's cold in your house. And neither does your bodies. So we don't want people to make unhealthy decisions. Okay, be smart, maybe turn it down a couple degrees, but let's not turn it down so far that it's unhealthy.
So a guy just sent me a note. His is at 56. Isn't that way too low, man?
It is, Marty. And, we seniors especially, that extra, 14 or 15 degrees colder has a definite health impact on their bodies.
Man. Give us the numbers in terms of how many people you service so far.
Marty, we're a little over 5,000 households so far this year. Again, in a typical year, it's around 3,000, but we've helped about 5,000 so far. And as we always say, our busiest time of the year is in the spring. And when people get their big bills, like we just did, they're going to be looking for help to get those bills, get some help with those bills.
So you haven't hit that yet?
Yeah. Our busiest times are March and April is when the bill from the cold winter is due and people just say, I can't do it.
All right, brother. Thanks, man. Thanks for the truth. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Marty. Looking forward to Thursday.
Wow. Yeah, one of my loyal listeners has his thermostat at 57. That's not healthy. These are the folks that need help.
Hello, this is Lester Botkin, Chief Investment Officer of Botkin Family Wealth Management. One of my favorite clients, I'll call her Sue, has a work ethic that blows me away. She continues to love what she does, and she's been incredibly successful at earning and saving. Recently, Sue shared with me how proud she is of her daughter, who is doing a beautiful job raising 2 young children, but how she worries about them because it's so tough for young people to afford to buy a home. Her daughter's growing family could use more space, but moving up just isn't in their budget. I asked Sue if she'd like to explore the impact of gifting her daughter money now to get the bigger house that she needed. Could I really do that, she asked? We determined that taking a withdrawal now for a substantial down payment on a new house would likely have no impact on her income strategy in retirement. Sue decided to do it, and the last time I saw her, she was glowing with happiness. Financial planning isn't a game to see who can die with the most. It's about getting maximum fulfillment from your money during your life. Find out more at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Had a young lady at our house last night, 2 years at CCAC, transferred to a top-tier school, no cost, 2 years CCAC. Talking to my son last night about CCAC has a dual enrollment program for 11th and 12th graders. You get college-level classes and credits at CCAC, get the college experience, and they all transfer. CCAC rocks. CCAC.edu.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 25 degrees at 12:30. I'm David Ballarado. Attention-getting numbers are out for the frigid start to 2026. News Radio KDKA's Paul Rasmussen has that story.
The National Weather Service released data this morning on social media showing we've had the coldest start of the year since 1994 and the coldest 25-day stretch since 1979. Meteorologist Tim Cermak says we've been in a hard-to-shake weather pattern.
Sometimes when you get set up in these patterns in the winter, they just stick around for a long time until you get something big that can come and push them out.
Since the first of the year, there have been 17 days with temperatures below freezing, and the average temperature was 15 degrees.
It's just been one of those winters where we're nice and cold. Classic Pittsburgh.
We'll get a one-day warm-up tomorrow with a high in the upper 40s. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
Ghislaine Maxwell appeared virtually for a House oversight hearing and declined to answer any questions from lawmakers, citing her Fifth Amendment rights. Lawyers for the former girlfriend and confidant of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein let the committee know ahead of the hearing that that's what she would do. Democratic California Congressman Ro Khanna spoke to reporters about the fallout in the UK regarding one-time ambassador to the U.S., Peter Mandelson.
Mandelson may bring down the whole government, from what I hear. He just engaged in terrible behavior. I mean, the allegations are very serious that he was working for Gordon Brown and then feeding information about UK possibly buying euros and having Epstein trade on that. I mean, it is a deeply, deeply troubling.
Roughly 1 in 6 Pennsylvania Obamacare plan enrollees dropped health coverage for 2026 due to unprecedented cost increases. That's according to the state's online health insurance marketplace. About 85,000 enrolled in the Affordable Care Act dropped their coverage for the year. Terminations are expected to continue at such high levels for the next several months. Penny, Pennsylvania's ACA marketplace, blamed the enrollment decline on the expiration of enhanced premium tax credits, which ended on December 31st. On Wall Street, a mixed market again. The Dow was down, but just barely, down about 2 points. The NASDAQ is higher, up 247, and the S&P 500 42 points higher. KDK Radio News Time 12:32. Our next update at 1. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Come with me to Get My Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 20% and get 18-month no-interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Been 30 time, would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional event on March 25th and 26th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, Northeast Maryland, and North Franklin, Connecticut, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
Folks, my favorite town to visit, Oakmont. Here's why. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, great restaurant, great food, great service, cigar bar at the Lot. Oakmont is a town you can walk around, you can enjoy it, you can park. There's no problems. It's a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere with great food. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, 333, and Hofstadt's. Amazing food, Oakmont.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine will give way to increasing clouds this afternoon with a high near 30. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 22. Clouds and a few intervals of sun tomorrow. There could be an afternoon shower. It'll become breezy and milder, high 48. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File in the Credit Karma app.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Back today. An hour later, though. WPL playoff pairings, they're announced at 2. I'll catch you at 3. Colin Dunlap, 3 to 6 today after the big game. KDK.
I saw this with Harry Styles. My daughter's obsessed. He hasn't toured in several years. So he announces a tour. And I go to look at tickets because I'm thinking it'd be kind of cool. Go to New York City, Madison Square Garden. Take the fam. And I saw a ticket prices at $1,200, and that's before anyone touched them. And I wonder what the hell's going on. Then the Super Bowl. They said it was the second most expensive ticket on record. On record. Average ticket between $6,200 and $8,100. I had to grab one of my boys who knows this game better than anyone in the world, and I mean that, and kind of get his vibe. Are these big events, are we pricing people out of the market? And I want to kind of get ticket next take after a frenetic, insane weekend involving Super Bowl and Super Bowl tickets. In fact, Nick is rehabilitating his voice, his body, his soul, and his wallet. Good afternoon, brother. How are you?
How's it going, Marty?
Better question. How did it go? And am I right? Did they price themselves out of the market, sir?
I think the NFL has outpriced themselves. Yeah, absolutely.
Explain that, because you're good at this.
Well, I mean, you had face values ranging from $8,000 to like $1,950. So, there was a big spread of face values, and I think that they outpriced themselves. I mean, lower level end zones were $4,250, and they were selling well under face value yesterday.
Oh. And by the way, Is this the highest you've seen, Nick?
Not from my perspective.
Right.
It was a high ticket. But when you have that high of face values and people are selling them and they know it's a one event, people pay premiums. And I just don't think they've looked at it from the proper way. That's all. But it's fine. I mean, it's going to hurt travel companies in the long run.
Tell me why.
It's going to hurt people like me.
Tell me why.
Well, I mean, less people are going to travel to go to a game. Right. I mean, how many people can afford to pay $24,000 to go walk in the stadium? Wow. And that's not your flight, your hotel, your eating and dining.
Wow. And that's just a ticket, Nick.
Yeah, just a ticket.
The NFL must have thought or must think we can get this, right?
Oh, they absolutely did.
And
to be honest with you, they probably would have. It probably would have been a different dynamic if you would have had, let's say, Denver or Chicago in there.
I see. The game didn't have that crazy buzz?
No, and when one team has to travel across the country and have a higher cost of travel, that typically suppresses ticket prices.
Explain why. It's real pragmatic thinking. Explain why.
People have like a budget set in mind of what it's going to cost them to go. So if it's a high cost of travel, it really puts pressure on the ticket.
Hey, Nick, and to your point, this is why I love you. You sent me a text. I forget what night it was. But there was some point during the weekend where the tickets kind of tanked, right? Right?
Yeah, I mean, they were on a downfall all weekend.
And what is that? That's saying the marketplace won't pay the top dollar.
Yeah, I mean, the demand wasn't there.
Wow. Why do they wait so late for the market to tank? Why your business fascinates me. Why does it take that long, like the night before the game?
Well, I mean, there could be still travel companies that need to fill orders.
I see.
So you just don't know. But if everybody's filled and everything's covered, the demand is how many locals are going to spend that money to go to that game.
So Nick, a ticket that was $8,000, let's say a week and a half ago, what do I pay for it if I'm walking in the door an hour before the game? What do I see that price at?
I mean, there were tickets. I mean, there were club level tickets going for well under face value yesterday.
What's well under? How much?
Face value is probably $5,500. I mean, I saw some seats, club seats, pop up on the board at like $3,800.
Oh, is that Nick?
Face value is $5,500, and it was selling for $12,000 a week prior.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Have you seen this before, Nick? That kind of drop?
Yeah, there's been a couple Super Bowls that have had big drops. I mean, when a Super Bowl has a great matchup in a great city, it's unstoppable.
I got to take your expertise to the Harry Styles thing, because my man knows his game. You have the same vibe about a concert like that where they come out with tickets that are $1,200, right?
Yeah, I mean, New York, he's doing a residency in New York, so it's a little different, but I think, it's going to be a $300-$500 ticket.
You're serious?
Yeah, I think so.
And so what happens, Nick? How the hell are they getting this game where they charge too much? I thought they were smart people. Is it greed, sir?
Well, I think some of it's greed, and I mean, the thing is they have dynamic face values now. So they try to get the money up front, and then when the demand isn't there, they keep cutting the value.
Oh. Which buys into the Nick theory. Wait it out, right?
Sometimes it pays the wait, yes.
Wow. Did a lot of people lose a lot of money on Super Bowl tickets this year, sir?
In my industry, yes.
Did they? Millions?
Yes.
Wow. Historic or no?
No, not historic.
It's amazing. Hard to predict, though, isn't it, Nick?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to do it.
Are we getting to a point where these big entities are getting too greedy, thinking we can get more, and as a result, they'll suffer? Is that fair?
Well, they'll suffer in the long run.
Right? At some point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How does this play out, Nick, long term?
We're along for the ride.
Wow. Hey, Nick, Patrick just sent me a note. The next Super Bowl 61 is in L.A. That will be a hot ticket, right?
Should be.
But you don't know, right?
You don't know.
Before you go, because this is why I love my man, what was the hottest ticket this weekend? Something to do with garbage.
Waste Management Open.
Come on. That crazy golf tournament with all the drunks.
Yes. It's a party.
And what are those tickets selling for?
It depends on what access you want.
Give me a range.
But, I mean, we did a deal for a customer. We did a deal for a customer on Saturday. Put him in a very nice corporate area. Everything was all inclusive. And I want to say he paid under $700 a piece.
I see. Ticket, Nick. My man. Thanks, brother.
No problem. Take care, Marty.
Fascinating, Patrick. So the ticket starts out at $8,000, and I can get it for 30-something, $3,800.
That's kind of amazing.
Which tells you what? The NFL was wrong? Or the game wasn't right, or what? What do you think?
Well, I think there's a few things. For a lot of people, it was not an exciting matchup.
I agree with you. See, I agree with you.
Traveling to San Francisco is not cheap.
Right on. Great point.
So, which you may see the same thing again next year. LA is not any cheaper than San Francisco. In fact, it's probably a little more expensive. So I don't know. Unless they're dynamic teams, you might see the same situation next year as you do this year, unless they change something.
Now, for guys like us, $2,000 is crazy money. But for players, big shots. When you go from $8,000 to $3,000, that's big.
It's huge. But if any middle class family has any hope of bringing it,
no way ever.
No way.
When I went to the Super Bowl and when I was in Dallas as a reporter, tickets were $500. $500. We thought that was insane. Not no more. It's crazy money.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Take a break and come out with us tonight.
Not tonight, man.
Come on. You deserve a night out. You're going to miss out.
Miss out on what?
While you stayed home, they won big. They celebrated. They got the suite, stayed up all night, and made memories. And you weren't there. Some nights are too good to sit out. Rivers Casino. Don't miss the moment.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
At Target, we're unlocking all the feels this Valentine's Day. It's the perfect time to spread extra love and spoil everyone on your list with unforgettable gifts. First, give a cuddle-worthy surprise with the cutest plush toys, or get party ready and treat yourself to stylish women's dresses you'll heart. Both 20% off. Then dive into the ultimate cozy celebration with your faves with 30% off select women's pajamas. There's something sweet for all your special someones, even you. Find Valentine's Day gifts for everyone at Target.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Selling your home shouldn't be stressful or take months to do. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, you skip the showings and repairs and get right to the closing table. For a quick, fair cash offer, Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
No one should have to face a winter without heat. You can help your neighbors in need stay warm by supporting the Dollar Energy Fund during our annual NRG KDKA Radio Warmathon on Thursday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Presented by MetaConnect. Details and how you can support are at kdkaradio.com. Powered by Dynegy and brought to you by Junk Luggers of Pittsburgh, Impact HVAC, and by Phillips Heating and Air Conditioning. Help us help your neighbor on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Breaking bread and having fun is what Monticello's restaurant is all about. Sure, Monticello's pizza is legendary, but that's only the beginning. Monticello's does Italian better than anyone in the business. Great food and friends are the best recipe for an enjoyable night out. Serving over 175 million slices of delicious pizza to Pittsburgh since 1980. Find the closest Monticello's restaurant to you at monticellos.com. Still looking for a great place to work? Join the Monticello's family today. Visit monticellos.com. President's Day weekend is the biggest furniture and mattress event of the year at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Take 25% off the entire store. Save up to 60% on hot buys. Lazy Boy recliners start at $395. Sofas as low as $350. 60-month special financing with no money down. Plus the guaranteed lowest prices on top mattress brands for life. That's 25% off store-wide, up to 60% off hot buys, and 5 years financing. The President's Day sale, now at Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Hi there, I'm Lisa Loro from Secure Money Health. Let's be honest, Medicare can be overwhelming. That's why I created the Ultimate Medicare book, a clear, no-nonsense guide to help you navigate every twist and turn of Medicare. I'm here to empower you with the insights you need to secure the right benefits for your health. Don't let uncertainty slow you down. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com to get started and reclaim your confidence today.
Shop smarter and greener with Remix Market. We specialize in high-quality, gently used furniture, home decor, and unique treasures. Perfect for giving your space a fresh look without hurting your wallet or the planet. As part of the Junk Luggers family, we're on a mission to keep items out of landfills by rehoming them to loving homes like yours. Whether you're decorating, downsizing, or hunting for that perfect one-of-a-kind piece, Remix Market is your sustainable shopping destination. Visit us online at remixmarket.com and start shopping sustainably today.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Chipotle CEO Scott Boatwright reportedly caught on a recording stating the company's plans to continue raising prices after learning, quote, that 60% of our core users are over $100,000 a year in income, and that gives us confidence that we can lean into that group in a more meaningful way, unquote. Despite that, shares of Chipotle a little bit higher elsewhere on Wall Street. On this Monday, stocks are higher, seeing gains after stocks rose in Asia. Japan's exchange hitting record highs today. Right now, the Dow pretty much flat, but the NASDAQ, with all those tech stocks, up more than 1%. The S&P 500, 2/3% higher. Oil up near $65 a barrel again. Mexico under pressure from the president, threatening new tariffs on that country, halting all oil shipments to Cuba, as the White House hopes to choke off that island from all energy imports. And the HR company UKG says because of Sunday's Super Bowl, 3.3 million Americans today expected to call out sick. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
We're regular folks, and my kids love music. They're at that age. So when I went to see concerts, let's say Elton John, Springsteen, and I did. Even Pink Floyd, I saw him in Dallas, saw him in Pittsburgh. $50. If you paid $100, it was a lot. Trevin is a music man. Brother, ballpark, like big concerts. What were ticket prices that kind of jump out at you?
Man, I'm the wrong person to ask because
you're a music man.
I am a music man. Doesn't mean I have money.
Wow.
So when you're looking at, like you said, when you're looking at $1,000.
No, I mean back in the day.
Oh, man.
$40.
$500 was extreme. You know what I mean by that? Like $150,
yeah.
$200. I mean, that was cool, but anything above $500, man, I don't know if I was going.
$20,000, man, for a Super Bowl ticket. That's insane.
You know how many bills I could pay with $20,000?
It's so well beyond even anyone close to middle class. Wow. Patrick, what did you say, the Harry style? Because I took my daughter to see Harry the last time in New York. And the tickets were roughly $200.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
About $200.
And so now they're roughly $1,200 to $1,500.
So I have friends that went to Madison Square Garden for the last concert too, and it was maybe $230, I think, is what they paid for theirs, and they were good seats.
You see the same thing I do. It's gone insane, hasn't it?
Oh, it's gone nuts. Way high.
Yeah.
Well, remember Beyonce? They canceled the show here because they couldn't fill it.
They did.
She was coming, but tickets were pricey.
They outkicked the coverage, as they say.
Yep.
It's insane money. Rich, go ahead, man.
Hey, just listening to you here, and I'm thinking, imagine the cost of those tickets. I got to take a wheelchair, power wheelchair. Usually got to have somebody with me.
Oh.
So does he put packages together and work? I mean, that's got to be the price of my house, so I'm never going to go.
Wow. No, this is my point, though, right? No one has access anymore.
Never going to go.
Unless you're wealthy. Really wealthy. And by the way, the marketplace punished the NFL and folks that had the big tickets because no one bought them. Kathy, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Kath?
Okay. Hey, I went to the 1980 Super Bowl with a friend of mine, and it was in L.A., and I think we played L.A. Wasn't even a seat. It was a metal bench that we had to sit on, and we said we were not going to pay more than double the price of the face value of the ticket. So the face value was $25.
Whoa.
And we paid $50, and I still have the ticket. Wow. Yeah, $50 is what we paid. 1980 though, 1980.
Still.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
You're hearing this crazy
and the
stuff.
You're
hearing 20,000.
I know.
20,000.
Yes. Yeah, and the last concert I saw Michael Bublé. I saw him in Heinz Hall, 3 rows from the stage. Excellent. Second time he came, he was at the Pete Event Center. I think maybe $45. And that's too big of a place for like a group maybe, but it wasn't as nice as seeing him at Heinz Hall. So, yeah, that was the last concert I was at. Yeah.
Well, they priced us out. We can't go anymore.
Right. Yeah.
No.
I won't pay it.
No way. There's no way. Please. No way. Go ahead. I can't see the name. What name is that?
Marty, it's Lee.
Hey, Lee, what's up, man? Go ahead.
Hey, speaking of concerts, I won't pay any more than, I'll see $36 at, Jurgles or something. I remember going to Giant Eagle back in the day and buying a $32 ticket to see Tom Petty or Allman Brothers in the summer.
Yes.
I think the highest I paid was $120 to see Springsteen, back in 2015. I said, no more. I can't do this anymore.
I don't think most people can.
Yeah, it's too high priced. Any ticket price. You're paying $94 to sit, up, against the lights at the top.
So true. They've taken most middle-class Americans out. Period. Done. End of story.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin. With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
You ever wait way too long for a haircut and finally get one and think, why didn't I do that months ago?
Oh, yeah. Suddenly you're walking taller, smiling bigger, and feeling like a new person.
That's exactly what it feels like when you finally replace that old roof or deck. You don't realize how bad it looked or how much better it could be until it's done.
And when it is, your whole house feels fresh again.
Give your home that clean-cut confidence with a new deck, roof, or siding project.
Call the Cousins.
Call the Cousins.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage Company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
When it's time to replace your appliances, Lowe's has you covered. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. And members get more like free delivery, haul away, basic installation and parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select major appliances. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 2/25 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Florida. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then they help you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 25 degrees at 1 o'clock. I'm David Colorado. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. Pittsburgh police say a woman is facing charges after a stabbing that occurred during a fight early this morning in the Hill District. This happened around 2 this morning on the 2400 block of Bedford Avenue. Police say it appears the stabbing took place after a fight had broken out among a group of individuals. They say a male victim was stabbed in the shoulder and back and is now in stable condition at a local hospital. A woman was taken into custody and charges are expected to be filed against her. Police in Washington County are investigating 3 separate incidents from over the weekend. In the first, reports of shots fired reported just before 6:15 Saturday on the 600 block of Allison Avenue. No one was hurt, but a vehicle was damaged by gunfire. Also, just before 7 a.m. on Saturday, officers responded to the 100 block of Hayes Avenue for reports of an armed robbery. The victim was approached by several younger men wearing masks with firearms present, according to police. The suspects forced the victim into their vehicle and then directed them to go to 2 separate locations to take out money from an ATM. Then a few hours later, police responded to the 700 block of North Franklin Street for reports of a suspicious vehicle parked in someone's driveway. He told police he saw 3 juveniles in the area with 2 in a separate car and 1 on foot. The juvenile on foot apologized for the car being parked in the driveway and took off in the white Kia Sportage, which was confirmed to be stolen out of Cannonsburg. Police believe the robbery and the stolen vehicle are connected, though that's not confirmed. They want anyone with information or video footage to call the City of Washington Police. A boil water advisory in Allegheny and Washington counties has now been lifted. Penn American Water issued the advisory early Saturday after a power surge at a water treatment plant. 95,000 customers were advised to boil their water. The Diocese of Pittsburgh is closing 7 churches next month in St. Joseph the Worker Parish. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has more.
Parishioners across several eastern suburbs learned this weekend that 7 of the 8 churches will close March 12th. The announcement came in a letter from Bishop Mark Ekman, read during weekend masses, citing declining attendance and ongoing financial challenges. The 8 churches merged into a single parish in 2020, and a restructuring review was conducted last year, including meetings with parish members. Under the plan, St. Mary's Church in Forest Hills will remain open, while services from the other locations will be consolidated there. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
The City of Pittsburgh Republican Committee has sent a letter to Controller Rachel Heisler saying there needs to be full transparency regarding those multi-million-dollar gifts to the city from UPMC and the PNC Foundation. Chairman Todd McCollum's letter says the public should be able to see when the funds come in, how they're allocated, which vendors are selected and why, what is purchased, and if there's any remaining balances or reallocations. On Wall Street at this hour, we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average currently lower by 44 points, but the Nasdaq is higher, up 223. The S&P 500 is also higher, up nearly 36. KDKA Sports veteran slugger Marcelo Osuna is headed to Pittsburgh. A person familiar with the agreement tells the AP that the 35-year-old free agent has reached a $12 million one-year deal with the club. Also coming up at 2, it's the high school basketball playoff selection show. You can hear it all right here on KDKA Radio. KDKA Radio News Time 103. It's 25 degrees in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Guys, the best thing I did in 2025 was get a new garage floor from Comer and Cross. It completely transformed my garage. It's given me new space in a new room in my house. I can't believe I waited as long as I did to get in touch with the great people at Comer and Cross. But hey, better late than never. And right now, they've got their preseason sale going on. Comer and Cross, you're going to get a phenomenal price, and they're going to install it when you want it on your terms. They make it so simple. It's cold outside. They're going to take all the stuff out of the garage for you and secure it so you don't have to do it yourself. They fix all the cracks perfectly. And the best part is all of this gets done, and I know from personal experience, in one day. So go with the pros at Comer and Cross. They don't subcontract out. Call them now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR and lock in your preseason price and installation when you want it. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? There's only one clear choice, the Power of Bowser family of dealerships, featuring Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Hyundai, Subaru, Nissan, and Genesis. With 3 locations across the Pittsburgh area, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle at Bowser. The Power of Bowser puts the power in your hands at powerofbowser.com. Shop the Bowser Express Store and choose your vehicle, payment, and financing options. Value your trade and even schedule pickup of your new ride, all at powerofbowser.com. The Bowser family of dealerships in 3 locations: Pleasant Hills, Monroeville, and Chippewa. Visit powerofbowser.com today. The Power of Bowser family of dealerships, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Hey, folks, Marty here. My friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. Listen to this. Stephanie from Murraysville used NASCO for minor roof repairs. Storm hits, substantial damage. She calls NASCO. NASCO worked with Stephanie's insurance company, installed a beautiful brand new roof. NASCO has satisfied thousands like Stephanie. Get NASCO up on the roof. Call NASCO 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine will give way to increasing clouds this afternoon with a high near 30. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 22. Clouds and a few intervals of sun tomorrow. There could be an afternoon shower. It'll become breezy and milder, high 48. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Okay, this irritates me. It just does. I call it falling up. Ed Gainey, former Pittsburgh mayor, I challenge you to tell me what the hell he knows about gaming. No, really, his expertise. No, help me. I'm serious. I'm going to open up the phone lines. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. By the way, we broke this story about a month ago. He got this damn job. I like Ed. Charming, charismatic. I know as much or more about gaming as he does. And that's dilly squat. Why should I care? Why should you care? It's a multi-billion-dollar business that affects thousands and thousands of people. So Ed is what happened. Was a state leader. He needs so many years to qualify for a full pension. He loses to Corey. He goes to Harrisburg and begs his old friends to appoint him to the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board. This is all fact. Prove me wrong. They do. Ed now has a $140,000 job. I'm sorry, $145,000 job. He is on a board. He represents gaming, and he knows nothing about it. This is total, complete BS. Look, I think it's nice he got a job, just not this job. This is why people hate politics. This is why people hate politicians. And look, Kim Ward is the most powerful woman in the state. We have been friends for more than 20 years. She tells the damn truth. I am not bringing her on as a Republican who doesn't like gaming. I'm bringing her on here to tell you why this job is important and wondering why Ed Gainey has the job. Kim Ward, good afternoon.
Hey, Marty. Hi.
How are you?
I am just fine. I guess for this freezing cold, but I'm good.
Senator, it's about expertise, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, I'm taking it through the process a little bit so folks know. Each caucus, meaning the Republican Senate, the Republican House, the Democratic Senate, the Democratic House, and the governor, we all have an appointment that we get to appoint directly. Like I appoint directly someone to that board. And who I picked was somebody not in politics, but an attorney who can, you know, read the law, understand the law, and, you know, lots of years of experience. So that was Speaker McClinton. Ed was Speaker McClinton's direct appointment.
It's a female, by the way.
Speaker Joanna McClinton.
Yes, yes.
Yes. She used to be in the State House. Well, she is in the State House. She's a speaker. And she directly appointed Ed. Now, a lot of times when legislators are done, they get on some of these boards, but they also participated in making the law, and they know the law, right? They know what's happening, what has happened. They know the history. So, you know, I think Ed's a nice guy.
Yep.
You know, there's no affordable housing. It has anything to do with the casinos.
Right on.
But I didn't think it was a very professional thing when he took a picture saying he was the chairman of the gaming board.
And he's not.
This is a serious board, because he's not.
Right.
This is a serious board. As you mentioned, billions of dollars a year. I mean, billions. Our economy in Pennsylvania, you know, we count on this. And though people might not see the property tax relief because, you know, it goes out every month with their payment.
Yes, ma'am.
For their house.
Yes.
Or whatever. It's there. Now, it's more in some areas because when they originally did the law, a lot of it is, you know, I think you have a bigger break in the urban areas. But this is an important job. This is not a job where you can, you know, crack jokes and hope nothing happens from them. So I think Ed's a nice guy. I always enjoy talking to Ed.
Of course, so do I.
This is not, you know, there are no, for these boards, there are no qualifications, and you appoint whoever you want.
Wow.
And that, I mean, that's the way it works.
Wow.
Yeah, how about it, huh?
Senator Kim Ward, Senator, this is so that Ed can pad his state pension. Yes?
I know how long Ed was in the house. I think. Do you know how long he was in the house?
No, but I was told it. So
I
I'll
think
find out on the break.
I think you have to be. I think you have to be in the house for 10 years. I think. It used to be 5 before you get your pension vested. So I'm sure this is going to help very much his pension because it's more money than he made as a state representative
And mayor.
So yeah, so your
How long was he in?
your pension, yeah, your pension is dependent upon your money, like on what you made your last. It depends on what you made. It depends on how much you get.
Senator
So
Ward.
hey, look, it's a sweet appointment.
It's why people can't stand politics sometimes, right? It comes off as kind of back room, right?
It's very inside.
Yes.
That's how it comes off. Very, 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 very inside, as you said. It comes off as back room. Yes, and people get mad, and they're footing the bill. Now the gaming control board gets paid by the casinos, for money we get from the casinos, but that all came from money from people's pockets,
right,
including mine. So,
and Senator, to my knowledge and yours, he has zero experience in gambling or gaming. Zero.
Right. Zero. That's what I know.
Right.
And he wasn't there when they wrote the law. So, I don't know.
He was 9 years. So
he was in for 9 years.
So he needs 10 to get his pension.
If I'm right, it used to be 5. I'm not sure when he came in. If it was it had to be 5 or it had to be 10.
So if
I am unsure about that.
He gets the pension and health care for life, right?
He will.
He will.
Yep. He will.
Senator Kim Ward, thank you for being honest.
He
Thank you.
will.
Appreciate you.
He will. Okay, honey. Bye.
I appreciate the hell out of her because she's honest, and it irritates the hell out of me. So, Speaker Joanna McClinton, I don't know her at all. She gets one appointment. You can't contest it. You know what? She could have appointed Patrick or Trevin. It wouldn't have made a difference. So the guy gets 145. By the way, they meet like once a month. In a massively important industry. He has no experience. He has no background. I was told he went to Harrisburg and begged Joanna McClinton, who has power and juice, to give him this gig, and she did. So now he sits on this board for 1 year, and he gets a full pension and health care for life on you, the taxpayer. I like Ed Gainey. I like Kim Ward. I don't like this. It sends a message that this is how it goes. You hook someone up for a job that pays $145,000 with zero experience. Zero. Did you hear me say zero?
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
Hi, Paul Alexander with some breaking news. This September, head west with me for a 5-day Arizona adventure based in beautiful Flagstaff, where cool mountain air and wide open skies still mean something. From there, we'll explore Sedona's Red Rock Country, where freedom feels as big as the views. Stand at the edge of the Grand Canyon, one of America's greatest natural treasures, and take in the crystal blue waters of Lake Powell, carved by time, grit, and nature, not Washington bureaucrats. 5 days, one unforgettable trip, history, adventure, and American beauty, all without the crowds or summer heat. September's the perfect time to go, and these spots will fill up quickly. Don't wait. Give Cruise and Tour a call. Travel with KDKA.com to book your Arizona escape and see firsthand what makes this country worth exploring. Call 800-383-3131 or go to travelwithkdk.com for all the details and to reserve your spot. That's 800-383-3131 or travelwithkdk.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
What if you could buy a flippable, two-sided mattress made with the finest materials that cost less than other luxury brands? This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, and this is exactly what you'll find with our new Orthos line, available exclusively at OMF. We build these by hand using premium materials like wool and cotton. It's old-world craftsmanship with modern comfort, our most extraordinary sleep system. Built locally at a price other luxury brands just can't match. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and experience the Orthos line for yourself.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Ed was Mayor Ed Gainey. He was in the State House for 9 years. He needed 10 to get full pension. Seriously, this is how this works. So he gets elected as a state leader, serves 9 years, he comes back here and becomes mayor. It used to be, as Patrick, as you pointed out, it was 5 years. This just changed. When is that? It says...
It changed right before he was elected, so it changed the end of 2009, 2010.
Yeah, you're right. 2010, different rules. So they have to serve 10 years for the Pennsylvania before they get full pension and health care for life, which is insane. So what happened was Gainey spends 9 years in office, becomes mayor, loses to Corey. Knows he needs one more year. This is a 2-year term, right?
Yep, 2-year term.
So he goes to Harrisburg, what I'm told. And even though they don't believe he had a very successful tenure as mayor, you could argue that all day long. That's your job. He wanted a state gig so he could qualify for his pension. So he goes to Joanna McClinton, Speaker. Democratic House Speaker. Powerful. Don't know her at all. She gets an appointment with no roadblocks. Just whatever she wants, she gets. She appoints Ed to the State Gaming Control Board. He knows nothing about gambling. And they meet once a month. Anyone out there take a gig for $145,000 to meet once a month? So I'm told Joanna McClinton reluctantly did this because Gainey was about to raise hell. I'm told she didn't want to give him this gig, but she did anyway because of political pressure. And so now Ed is on a board that controls thousands and thousands of jobs, thousands and thousands of slot machines, gaming stations, and billions of dollars. And he has zero experience. And you have no say in it. None. And then 1 year, he gets a full pension and full health care for life. Now, what is a full pension? How much is a full pension for a state leader? The health care, by the way, for life is an insane benefit. Everybody out there listening knows what health care costs are in Pennsylvania. And by the way, no one has a pension anymore. No one. So he gets what they would call the golden parachute. And that's how it plays out. And no one cares. And that's part of the problem. You folks don't care. And that's how they get away with this. And he did. Nothing about it is illegal. Nothing. Full pension is calculated using a formula based on average salary, years of service. Okay. Roughly 50% of their final average salary. So, if Ed makes $145,000 a year, his average pension for life, this doesn't include health care, will be about $70,000 a year. Pension, check in the mail to Ed. For sitting on a gaming control board he knows nothing about. For controlling an industry that's billions of dollars he knows nothing about, has no background in. Because Joanna McClinton was told she owes him this. And here we sit. Is it the first time this has happened? Hell no. It happens all the time. It's called political patronage. It happens at lower levels when the nephew gets hired in public works and doesn't know how to drive a truck. Right? Hell yeah. It happened at U.S. Steel in the summer times when I was growing up, when idiot kids got hired for $25 an hour, no one made $5 because they were someone's uncle, his nephews, cousins, aunts, son-in-law. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it effective. And it's kind of grimy. And backroom and inside, and what makes politics have that stench to it. And it's what a lot of people say sucks about government. Ed Gainey is off to Harrisburg. Well, not really. Once a month. Sometimes they meet every few months. Pays $145,000. So my man can sit around making roughly $150,000 with a guaranteed pension and health care for life for doing basically nothing. Who wouldn't take that job?
Ready for custom window treatments? You've got options. At Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, the Lachina family has been serving Pittsburgh homeowners for over 60 years. Choose from custom blinds, shades, shutters, and draperies made in Lachina's own factory and tailored to your home. Enjoy Lachina's free shop at home service or visit one of Lachina's 2 convenient locations in Dormont or Wexford. Call 412-665-4900. That's 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. The quality you deserve.
Fabulous February savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi? Right, Rob. In our meat department, fresh split chicken breast, $1.99 a pound. In the produce department, Sunkissed navel oranges, 8-pound bags, $5.99 each. In our deli, Silver Star Square bologna, $7.99 a pound. Additional savings, Heinz tomato ketchup, 29 to 38-ounce bottles, $3.99 each.
It's happening now at Coons Market. Coons Market, a special place in your neighborhood. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 28 degrees at 1:30. I'm David Ballarado. A major update in that shooting of a woman in McKees Rocks over the weekend. Allegheny County Police say they've identified a suspect in this case, 22-year-old Edward Sparrow, who was later found dead following a car crash. County police now say the woman had been shot during the night of February 7th, but the shooting was not reported until the following morning. Police say Sparrow had crashed his car Saturday night on Langer Way and then jumped over the guardrail. A body matching his description was found nearby this morning. The children of Nancy Guthrie have sent out a couple of videos suggesting they are willing to work to win the release of the Tucson woman who's been missing now for over a week. The mother of today's show, co-anchor Savannah Guthrie, requires medicines that apparently she did not take when she was reportedly kidnapped. Her children have sent out messages that they are willing to work to win her release. Gregory M. Vecchi is a retired FBI negotiator who is also the chief of the FBI Behavioral Science Unit.
They're almost always private negotiations between the family and the offender or the kidnapper. And the last thing you want in this type of a case is to have law enforcement or the public getting in your way. I think there might be some other motivations.
Haya Panjwani reports now on arguments beginning in the landmark social media addiction trial set in Los Angeles.
The world's biggest social media companies are facing several landmark trials this year that seek to hold them responsible for harms to children who use their platforms. Opening arguments for the first one in Los Angeles County Superior Court begin this week. Instagram parent company Meta and Google's YouTube will face claims that their platforms deliberately addict and harm children. TikTok and Snap, which were originally named in the lawsuit, settled for an undisclosed amount. This case is the first time the companies will argue their cases before a jury, and the outcome could have profound effects on their businesses and how they handle children using their platforms moving forward. I'm Haya Panjwani.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 25 points, but the Nasdaq is up higher by 196. The S&P 500 is also higher, up 32. KDK Radio News Time coming up on 1:32. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Wintertime, freezing temperatures, busted pipes. Man, that's terrible. And when that pipe breaks, damage spreads fast. It's terrible. That's when you call Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Yep. 24/7, 365. Residential and commercial water damage emergencies. Stopping that damage, cleaning up the mess, getting your property back to normal and fast. When winter hits hard, demand that yellow van. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Call 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Hey, it's Marty. Are you tired of pain or fear of falling that's holding you back, struggling with balance, neuropathy, or joint pain? At Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, physical therapy is done differently because you are different. Folks, this place is amazing. I've seen it firsthand. Shoulder pain, knee pain, balance issues. They attack it and work it, and it works. Call today. Monroeville Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When winter settles in, everything gets a little harder for our neighbors. Your support of Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank helps families stay warm and nourished with fresh, healthy food. Give today at pittsburghfoodbank.org. Give family a little more breathing room this winter. That's the power of you.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
For the rest of today, sunshine will fade beyond increasing clouds, and it won't be so cold. High near 30. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 22. Tomorrow, clouds and limited sun, breezy and milder in the afternoon with a stray shower. High 48. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? There's only one clear choice: the Power of Bowser family of dealerships, featuring Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Hyundai, Subaru, Nissan, and Genesis. With 3 locations across the Pittsburgh area, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle at Bowser. The Power of Bowser puts the power in your hands at powerofbowser.com. Shop the Bowser Express store and choose your vehicle, payment, and financing options. Value your trade and even schedule pickup of your new ride, all at powerofbowser.com. The Bowser family of dealerships in 3 locations: Pleasant Hills, Monroeville, and Chippewa. Visit powerofbowser.com today. The Power of Bowser family of dealerships, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
I'm attorney Ed Shenderovich. Have you been injured at work? You may have more than one claim. To find out if you do, call us at 888-98-TWINS for a free consultation. At Shenderovich and Fishman, we've got your back, not your wallet.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us tomorrow on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. A big warm-up, but it comes with a caution. We'll tell you what that is.
I can't wait. I start to hate it. It sucks. And on a real basic level, our dear friend Elvira on Cambach Street, K-A-M-B-A-C-H, Cambach Street in Mount Washington, cannot leave her house because the idiots, and I mean that in the nicest way, don't know how to plow or salt. It's ignorant. There is no way that a taxpayer should be trapped in their house today. We are sick of it. I swear I've given this out 30 times, hoping that someone in Public Works will be smart enough to go and salt her street. I asked why it wasn't done. I was told that everybody's they don't have enough experience, that they don't know how to do it. Oh, that's fine. So Elvira, who's in her 70s, is now trapped in her house. I just texted her and asked her if they salted her street. And she's checking right now. I asked my boys in Public Works why it wasn't salted. You know what they said? The guy who has that street doesn't know how to do it. Huh? They told me the guy who has that street was given a really small truck that doesn't spread enough salt, and he doesn't know how to spread salt. How about that crap? And that's one street. One. She went out this morning and was trapped. It's ignorant. It's irresponsible. And it annoys the hell out of me. Meanwhile, all the Bad Bunny stuff had me thinking about the people that they really want to reach with that halftime show. The Hispanic audience worldwide, literally billions of people, and they reached the largest audience in history of the Super Bowl, 135 million. And young people. I had to grab my daughter, Chloe, 18 years old. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Well, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Not really. I was at my friend's birthday dinner, so we didn't really watch it, but when the Bad Bunny show turned on, we made sure we were watching it.
Hold on. This is why I love this. So you didn't watch the game. This is the beauty of marketing and Bad Bunny. You didn't watch the game, but you tuned in for Bad Bunny.
Yeah, we were actually in an Uber on the way back to our dorm.
Really?
And we realized the show was starting, so we all went on TikTok Live and watched it from there, and then we ran to a restaurant to watch the rest of it when you're dropped off.
It's fascinating. So you're 18, and you and all your friends, your mindset was, I really don't care about the football game, but I have to see Bad Bunny. Why, honey? Why?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I feel like Bad Bunny is definitely just like a really good performer, and I feel like a lot of my friends didn't really care about the game because most people aren't from those areas over here.
True. So, Chloe, I didn't talk to her at all about the show. What did you think? What was your take, and then what was your friend's take?
I thought everyone really liked it. I mean, it was definitely very like entertaining, I thought, and I liked all like the dancing and the set and everything. I thought it was cool how Lady Gaga came out.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand the words, obviously, but I liked the message about like inclusivity in America that it brought. I thought that was cool.
Because he did say that.
Yeah, he did.
And it's interesting. So what about all the other young people that you were with that watched it? What was their take?
They loved it. They thought it was really good, too. The restaurant was full when I went in there, and everyone was watching it.
Everyone?
So that was fun. Yeah.
Was anyone booing, honey, or complaining about it?
No, everyone thought it was good, from what I heard.
Of all the college kids that you know, did anyone say Bad Bunny sucks?
Honestly, not yet. I feel like everyone's liked it, and even on social media, everyone's been like reposting pictures and videos about it, saying that they liked it.
What are you seeing on social? Bad or good stuff about it?
Definitely good stuff. Most people are reposting like the image they put on the big billboard, something about how like inclusivity, I guess. Like everyone's reposting that, which is kind of cool.
My honor roll student, Chloe, at Pitt, she made sure we knew that. In fact, she sent me a note Will she get paid? What's the payout for her being on the honor roll? Did you not do that?
I did.
You did.
Might as well try.
Why not, honey? My daughter, Chloe. All right, so what about the fact that there was no English? No, yes, didn't like it? What?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I definitely wish I understood it more.
Same.
But I feel like that kind of music is kind of fun no matter what, because it's kind of like dancing music. And there's a lot of like other stuff to pay attention to besides the lyrics, like all like the dancing.
Okay, so I'm sitting there with Mom, and now I'm sitting there with Patrick, and we're not trying to be jerks, but wouldn't it have been smarter, I'm not trying to be a jerk, to have subtitles? Like they need the songs
that would have been a good idea.
Huh?
That would have been a good idea,
Right?
so we could understand. Yeah, definitely. If they do something like that again, I feel like that would be a good idea. Because it definitely brought a big audience.
Is that insulting to do that, or is it to take away the authenticity? What do you,
I don't think so. If you, already on your television, you can go to the captioning. You can put Spanish captioning on.
Yeah, could I have done that last night?
Not for, there's not a
for a live
Spanish to English for the live event.
There isn't?
No, I don't believe so.
I was thinking this last
Now,
night.
I didn't look, so I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
But that would have been smart, right, Chloe?
Yeah, definitely. I would have liked that.
135 million people, honey. The largest audience in Super Bowl history ever.
Insane.
Huh?
It's definitely from like the other countries, I bet, too.
Oh, yeah, Latin America.
Yeah.
All right, honey, love you.
So cool. Bye, love you.
That show was not for us. For me. Old guy, old white guy. It wasn't. I'm cool with that. A bunch of my friends texting me, hated it, hate Bad Bunny, hated it. I sent the same text to all of them. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for me. By any measure. By the way, they don't call it sales anymore. He's streaming on Spotify.
Big guy.
Spotify went up 700% today. Trevin, go ahead.
Can I
Speak up,
interrupt
man.
you
We
for a
can barely
second?
hear you.
Okay, I'm going to speak up. It
Go.
was for you. The message was for everybody. Music is universal. So you don't have to understand. You could feel it. You could see it.
I was cool with it.
I have to answer phone.
No, but I love what you have to say. And I think that's the overall point. But my point, Patrick, is they want the young demo. They want my daughter, her friends, and Latin American folks. Big time.
Absolutely. You can't deny that.
No, you can't.
No. And look, there are others out there talking about captioning would have been a great idea to have English subtitles. Steve Van Zandt is one of them.
Why not?
Makes perfect sense. If they do this again, maybe they will. It is the first time they've ever done this.
And it's not disrespectful. If I go to a foreign film, historically, or an opera even operas now have subtitles. They do.
Exactly. You watch things on Netflix. You watch a foreign film or something that's mixed. You have the option to turn on your own subtitles.
Wouldn't make sense. My daughter and her friends did not watch the game. They watched the halftime. And the numbers prove that. Kind of cool.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Premium roofing starts with a team you can count on. Call the Genius Choice in Roofing. Home Genius Exteriors, where you get a dedicated project team with certified installers. Right now, get 50% off roofing materials, plus no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-UR-GENIUS to schedule your free, no-obligation roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience. See website for details.
Harold Shepley, people are getting their tax returns back. Should they use that to pay off their debt? Or you have any other suggestions, my man?
Yeah, Marty, a lot of times they'll take that tax return and they try to pay on their debt, but it's not enough to handle everything. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. So instead of wasting that tax return, they need to leverage it by calling my law firm to do either a debt negotiation or a bankruptcy.
Go to Shepley Law KDKA.com.
What's up? It's Draymond Green. I'm back for my 14th NBA season, and my podcast, The Draymond Green Show, is back too. This season, I'm breaking down games, reacting to the biggest NBA stories, and sitting down with teammates, rivals, and culture shapers. And trust me, I'm not holding back, on the court or on the mic. 2 new episodes every week, new segments, big conversations, real basketball talk for the real hoop heads. Listen to and follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcasts. We're back, we're better, let's get it.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page, or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Folks, my favorite town to visit, Oakmont. Here's why. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, great restaurant, great food, great service, cigar bar at the Lot. Oakmont is a town you can walk around, you can enjoy it, you can park, there's no problems. It's a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere with great food. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, 333, and Hofstadt's. Amazing food, Oakmont.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. A Pittsburgh company has raised $3.7 million from investors to build a new self-storage facility in Westmoreland County. That's according to a filing with the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. Guardian Storage confirmed the property is among 2 it plans to open during the first half of 2026. Guardian Storage Irwin is expected to open in May. The company is also constructing a facility in Grand Junction, Colorado, that's expected to open in April. Guardian Storage said it currently has 36 owned properties in operation across 3 states. Also, Eckert Siemens announced that Mark Hamilton has come aboard as a member of its commercial litigation practice group. Hamilton, who's based at the law firm's downtown Pittsburgh headquarters, joins from Tucker Ahrensberg, where he built an almost 13-year career and was a shareholder. Hamilton's practice is focused on commercial and estates and trust litigation, which Eckert Siemens has identified as a growth area. He also advises banking, financial services, and corporate fiduciaries on a range of litigation and regulatory compliance matters. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I got to be honest, I probably texted 20 people about Bad Bunny and told them to just relax, exhale. I can't get worked up about that stuff. I just have no idea why that gets people worked up. I just can't imagine. It's a friggin' halftime show, man. I don't know anything about the young man until I saw him on the Emmys? Grammys. He was amazing. He's a gentleman. He was raised right. All class. Patrick said something profound, and it really is. That young man said nothing political, nothing derogatory, nothing. It's kind of cool. And so if you're annoyed with him, that's on you, man. Are you a racist because you don't like him? No. You're old-fashioned. You just don't like it. That's fine. 135 million people don't give a damn what you thought. And my man Trevin said it wasn't for me. It really wasn't. When they sit down and build that kind of show, they're thinking 2 things, young and Latin American. The NFL is brilliant. It's the most powerful force in communication right now. And they're expanding their base. Just like the Catholic Church expanded its base. They're doing the same thing, Latin America. Man, if you listen to this show and what's going on with people in Oakmont, and one immigrant trying to stay in this country, and the battle that we went through to save him, to get him out of ICE custody, I don't care if you're angry about Bad Bunny, man. I just don't. It's irrelevant. Game sucked. Jake, go ahead.
Hey, real quick, you're right. The game sucked. Thank God New England lost. Saw Bad Bunny. He was good. Kid Rock, I thought he was great. Too bad they couldn't have combined the two.
Oh.
We all had a good time.
Oh, wow.
But I totally understand. Yeah, I totally understand. The powers that be need to keep us separated in order to steal from us. That's the way it's going to go until we get our minds together and say, stop it.
My
All
man.
right, take it easy.
My man. Kind of cool what he had to say. It was A Nation Divided, 2 different shows. I like that, sir. That's amazing. I don't see divided. I got people lining up to give away remodeled bathrooms, roofs, furnaces, insane private dinners to raise money to help people they don't even know. I see that. Bad money. Dan, go ahead.
It's been a great show all day for you, by the way.
Thanks,
if they didn't want to listen to it, my TV's got a mute button. Why don't they use that?
Boom. Boom.
You know?
Boom. Right. That's where I'm at. Move on, right? Get over it.
Yep. Yep.
It's a great call. I had this thing, a queso that I make with Velveeta. And then these Rotel, R-O-T-E-L. It's this tomatoes and peppers and stuff that they actually put in the queso in the Southwest, like in Dallas. And you rip up like a big chunk of that Velveeta, and you dump in a can of the Rotel, and then you throw in some sausage. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? And then you get flour tortillas, and then you go. I ate so much, my hands swelled from all the salt and fat and grease. It was delicious. Bad Bunny, he's a badass. Folks, that man, right now, is more popular than Taylor Swift. It's a fact. Can't deny it. Good for him. And good for those who see the big picture. That ain't no big thing. It's just Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Have a great night.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information. From the